Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
Yo, how is everybody doing? Welcome to another day of Skynet news, another day of the bots taking over. Welcome to the era of the Terminator. Welcome to the era of the T-1000. Guys, it is Positivity Day 2 today. Must be positive, must believe in magic, must believe in unicorns, must believe in fairy dust, must believe in all of this stuff. We are actually after a magician. Yes, that's right. The man, the myth, the magician, Dr. Strange. Milan sets its eyes on Dr. Strange, Mehdi Taremi. Finally, after 4 weeks of nothingness, the T-1000 finally found an interesting player. And that's what we will talk about right away because it's pretty decent news. So let's get straight into it. And here we go. Check this out. Skynet. Milan speaking with Mendes to try lower demands for prolific Porto striker. So first of all, Mendes is the agent of Mehdi Taremi. And Mendes does not fuck around. He has all the best players, and that's why he is the best agent in world football currently, right now, because he's got an eye for talent, and the fact that Mehdi Taremi is a Mendes player says it all. Guys, this is a player that we should be getting. I'm going to push the Mehdi Taremi narrative agenda till the end. You would be crazy not to want Doctor Strange in your team, right? He is literally the most powerful Avenger. He is the baddest ass Avenger. He is an immortal Avenger. He can go in time. He can go in the future. He can go in the past. Doctor Strange is really the key to the success of the Avengers. And you must make sure that Doctor Strange is part of your missions. So let's see what this article says here about Mr. Taremi. AC Milan are keeping in contact with agent Jorge Mendes, and Porto striker Mehdi Taremi. Is the main subject of the talks. A report claims. According to what is reported by Skynet, Milan have not yet shelved the idea of signing Taremi, having been offered the striker by his entourage. Guys, they're literally offering Taremi to us. They're literally telling us, hey, yo, Doctor Strange wants to be in your team. Are you guys going to get him? Yes or no? And here we are playing hardball as if we're doing him a favor, assigning him. No, it's not. It does not work that way. Given the need to reinforce that particular position, center forward, essentially what we need to do in the center forward position is get someone that can help Giroud in the course of the year. Giroud is 177 years old, and the guy every once in a while needs a break. So having someone like Taremi, who is 30, but still 120 years younger than Giroud, can definitely help Giroud out. And also, guys, do not get confused by that age 30. From an athletic standpoint, 30, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, up until 34, those are your best years. That's when you can combine athleticism and brain the best together. Then, generally speaking, let's see how the future goes now that we have evolution in physiotherapies and medicines, etc., etc. But generally, after your 34th, 35th year, you start to lose a little bit. Wear and tear starts to take over, and your brain is still developing. Your skills and your tactic and your knowledge still develops, but your body just can't keep up. But the peak performance, especially of football players, because that's what I have studied the most, is that age. So do not get confused. Oh my God, he's 30. He can be my grandpa. No. He's 30. This is a great age, especially for a striker. We need experience up top, and we need magic up top. Taremi gives us both. I'm going to keep on pushing this agenda as long as I can. However, Porto won 25 million in order to sell him, and that is judged to be excessive by the Milan management, the Terminators, due to his age and contractual situation with just 1 year left on his deal there. Is 25 million too much for Taremi? Honestly, no, it is not. I think Milan can try and negotiate something, but at the end of the day, do we want to win games? Last time I checked, guys, in the game of soccer, in order to win games, a few things need to happen. First of all, you're not supposed to concede any goals, and that is the number one thing. You do not concede goals. And I think we've got that covered. We have maybe, the best goalkeeper in European football. At least we have him for another year. And then we have a very solid defense. Our defense is very solid. Nobody can argue the solidity of AC Milan's defense. AC Milan has a top tier defense. Then our midfield is a conundrum, absolute conundrum. Not even Doctor Strange could figure out the outcome of our midfield. But up top, we have to rebuild the striker department. And guys, I think I don't know if this is accurate. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in order to win games, you have to score goals and you have to get players to create goals, so assists. So assists and goals, in theory, I don't know, guys. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Win you games. And when you have a player like this dude that has an exceptional record when it comes to assists and goals, maybe 25 million isn't that much, really. And Milan should shut the fuck up and pay up. Because there's not any other. There's literally who is more prolific than this guy? Which center forward in European football, aside from the unreachables, the Haalands and whatnot, who is more prolific than this dude? I don't think anybody. I don't think there's literally no players in Europe right now that can do assists and score like this guy. This guy is a unicorn. Hey, you guys want me to be positive and believe in unicorns? There you go. We have a unicorn. Not only he is Doctor Strange, but he is a unicorn. So let's keep on going. Milan are counted to have contacts with George Mendes, an intermediary close to the Lusitanian club, to try and lower the economic demands and see if there is further room to negotiate. Poor babies. Last season, the 30-year-old grandpa who can't walk, who needs a walking stick, Iranians now play football. Guys, Iranians are not good enough to play football. What are we talking about here? The 30-year-old grandpa Iranian international played 51 games for Porto. Oh my God, he must have been injured half the fucking season. Jesus. Only 51 games? This is not good, guys. We need better. And in 51 games, he amassed 31 goals and 14 assists across all competitions. Now, if my mathematics are correct, let me try and put this together. Let's do this. 31 plus 14. If I'm correct, guys, and if I've learned anything from advanced calculus, 31 plus 14 is 45. Not good enough, guys. This is not good enough. Not good enough. This is not good enough. I spit on these numbers. These numbers are not Milan worthy. No. You know what? Let's fucking keep Origi. Let's keep Origi. 45 goal contributions in 51 games? That's disgusting, guys. Who the hell wants that? This guy's 30. He's Iranian. And he scored, and he had 45 goal contributions? No, guys. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I refuse. If Milan buys Taremi, guys, I'm not going to support Milan anymore. Guys, I've literally heard idiots on Twitter say this shit. There are idiots right now around the world that think that this guy is not good enough for AC Milan. Twitter sphere is full of idiots. The season before that, he had 26 goals and 17 assists in 48 games. That is terrible. That's shit. Guys, in 2 seasons, he almost played 100 games. 51 plus 48. What is that, 99? This guy's always fucking injured. He doesn't score any goals. He doesn't provide any assists. Why the fuck are we even talking about this guy? Let's get Morata, yeah? Let's pay Morata 7 million and get his 10 goals and 3 assists a season. Now that's fucking thinking. Yeah, now I'm fucking smart. And in 2021, it was only 23 goals and 18 assists in 48 games. This guy sucks. This player is the worst player that has ever played football. And I can't believe AC Milan is even thinking about this guy. Now, if we had even a little bit of brain, this player would have already been an AC Milan player yesterday. Now, of course, guys, this is the guy we need to get. There is no question about it. these numbers, who produces these numbers in Europe consistently? Nobody, guys. Not even Haaland produces. Haaland produces goals, but assists like this. You put Taremi next to another prolific striker. These guys are going to get you 50 goals, just two players in one season. This is a fucking no-brainer. Bring me Doctor Strange, and let's give Iran some fucking football love. Yeah? You don't have to be Brazilian and Italian and Spanish and blah, blah, blah to be good at football. Why don't we fucking abandon that idea? 30 years old, perfect age. This guy never gets injured.
What's up?
Whoa, wait, why yo?
Hey Roy, listen, I'm gonna I wanna like call in from while I'm outside, and I'm gonna join back on my phone. Can you just let me in when I join?
Sure.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, peace out. Yes, it is a positivity day, guys. Today is 100% positivity day. Wait, I gotta see. Bless you. So, guys, remember, his numbers are terrible. He's from Iran. We don't want him. We don't want that. We only want players that, score somewhere between 10 and 12 goals and maybe 3 an assist, and they have to be Europeans or Brazilian or Argentinian. If you're none of those, then you're not good enough to be with an AC Milan player. All right. Anyway, so my true hope, gentlemen, is this: that the T-1000 bots that are running Milan, the most disgusting ownership in the history of this club, can actually do some good things and bring us some good players, some players that give us the stats that we need. The stats that we need are goals and assists. And that's how you achieve objectives. Now, I know that the issue with Taremi is that Taremi doesn't guarantee Jerry any yachts, right? Because once you buy Taremi, you have to do the unthinkable thing, the most absolutely unthinkable thing in the world, keep him for at least 4 years, because, I mean, he's 30. You can't sell him anymore. There's no capital gain with Taremi. And in these 4 years, have him score, I don't know, close to 100 goal, maybe more than 100 goal contributions for AC Milan. And that's just terrible. That's just terrible. We are AC capital gain. We're not AC 100 goal, 150 goal contributions. What is this? A football team? What are we? A football team trying to actually win things? What the fuck? This is Redbird Capital, bitch. We're here for the money. If in 2 years your value does not go up, I don't give a fuck about you. We think we got AC Milan to win trophies? You're fucking nuts. We bought AC Milan so Redbird can become a great, valuable company. And I can buy yachts and houses in the French Riviera, and my board members are happy, and Elliot gets its interest profit. Money, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what it's all about. Ciao, Roy. What's up, Aziz? How you doing? I think that Captain America will be so good if he doesn't get injured. I wish he will do well. I'm optimistic about him. Good. You should be. By the way, guys, please vote in the poll, because I want to know how you guys feel about the next season. Are you pessimistic? Are you optimistic? Or you want to wait and see? Or error code 404. And while you're voting, also make sure that you click the like button, because the T-1000 bots only react to algorithm compulses. All right, so what do we have here, guys? We have some news. I'm hearing AZ rejected our 23 million offer. Amazing. Beautiful. What's up, Antonio? How you doing?
Good, man. Freaking USA Day, man.
I don't run the Discord, Amir. We don't have a Discord. That
Hey,
that
Roy.
link is dead.
Hey, Roy, is today July 4th or is it just me?
Every day is July 4th at Milan. Every day.
Who's barbecuing at Milanello today?
Bruh, everybody.
Remember the old
Jose, can
Berlusconi?
you see?
Roy, remember
What?
the old Berlusconi barbecues at Milanello with like the players?
Oh, yeah, of course. They still do those.
Like I just saw Balotelli, Kevin Constant.
Yeah. Back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Maybe Pulisic will revive that.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. So let's move on to that. So we spoke
Hey,
about
Roy, by the
Taremi.
way, Roy, in all
Yeah.
seriousness, like I
What?
have friends that are already buying Pulisic Milan kits.
Of course. Listen, guys. Everyone has their talents, okay? Every country, every tradition, every culture has things that they excel in. One thing that America is the best undisputed champions is branding and making money. And Pulisic, the only reason why Pulisic is at Milan is for that reason. Unfortunately,
You know what I noticed?
What?
After on their Milan, first of all, it's so weird to me how like this never happened under Elliott that we would announce like a player like before he formally signs. Like this morning, they posted his like welcome to. He like said like I'm here, and he kind of addressed the fans, and the Milan put it on their story. But what if he like failed his medical or something? Like that was kind of weird to me.
Nah,
But they
nah.
did. Anyways, they did that, but then after that on their story, they put like Loftus Cheek saying, "Oh, come watch us in the USA." Like so they're like milking this shit already.
Of course, of course.
What just expect like a bunch of that crap to start coming in like. But anyways, I'm not mad at that stuff, but I'm just concerned about the football on the field. That's what I'm concerned. But
Yeah, yeah. NSM asks Roy, what do you think about a 10 million Pogba? No, thank you. Way too injury prone. Like just I think Pogba got offered a crazy contract in Saudi Arabia, something like 150 million for 3 years. Obviously, that's what he's going to say. Yeah, he has to say yes to that. Anybody would say, even a T-1000 would say yes to that. So probably that's where Pogba is going to be. Gio says, Anto, that's what I was telling people. How can you post a player on your Instagram that isn't yours? When did Milan do that?
this morning they put the Pulisic video on their stories on Instagram before he even did any of his medicals, like right when he
Okay.
landed.
All right, no bad.
Which is like I haven't seen Milan do that. And so I guess this ownership, I mean, they're really trying to they think there's like a ton of hype around Pulisic. I mean, I guess there is. In the US, like I guess people, I mean, he's from my like so close to my hometown. Pennsylvania is like probably one of the best soccer states. Football. Well, I'm gonna say soccer because I'm in the U.S. Football,
No,
soccer.
no. This is soccer. We are a soccer team. We're not a football
Alright,
team
yeah.
anymore.
One of the best soccer states in the U.S. Like I think Texas is really good and California is good, obviously, but PA is pretty good, and like there's like he's the poster boy. So like people around me are talking about him like legit. I'm not even BSing. Like my good friends know about it.
Of course.
Like, oh god, AC Milan kit's about to
Of course,
multiply
guys.
over
Of
here.
course. Absolutely. And you know what? That's a good thing. Like that's where you have to give credit where credit is due. Yeah, it's going to be really good to see billboards with Pulisic and a Milan shirt. You're going to be seeing kids in the parks play with Pulisic with Milan shirts, and these are the
Roy,
things that you have to compliment the American. Yeah,
of course. And by the way, I've already started to see like more like Rafael Leao kits and stuff being worn around me, like when I go play pickup. But now it's mainly like, and I'm going to see a lot of Pulisic. It's good because you tune in to watch Pulisic, and you get to see the other Milan players, and you build them up too. And of course, it's very good. Like, I'm very in favor of Brand. The problem is, like, what is this going to look like footballing wise? Because we have Stefano Pioli, we have some young prospects that Pioli might not even trust at all, and then we have some injury-prone players. We haven't even secured Reijnders yet. I hope we get it done. I thought yesterday night it was really good news about him. I thought that by this morning we would be like hearing about it, but I think they're going to try to get it done by this week though. So hopefully either tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah, we'll
get that
see.
done.
There was I saw someone in chat said that AZ Alkmaar has rejected the latest AC Milan attempt. We will be looking at that. We'll be going to that. So this was Pulisic at the airport. Let's see what he says.
Hi, AC Milan supporters. Christian Pulisic. I've just arrived in Milan. I'm so excited to be here, and yeah, can't wait to get started.
How many takes do you think he did to get this one?
Come on, nah, he's not an idiot.
He probably took 5 takes. This was his like 5th take.
Dude, he is
Hi, AC
like
Milan supporters.
that accent
Christian
is
Pulisic.
so
Just arrived in
familiar to
Milan.
me. It's like such an
So
East
excited to
Coast
be here.
accent. Like it's such like a suburban Philly accent. Like
Well, listen. One thing that so listen, it is Positivity Day. It's Positivity Day too, and today we're required to believe in unicorns and fairy dust. So let's talk about Pulisic and his qualities. What are his qualities? His best quality is being injured all the time. That's something that he's probably one of the best in the world at. So let's take that one aside.
World class.
He's world class at being injured. The other thing that he's good at, in theory, is he should have that fighter spirit in him. Like I do see it when he plays with the national team. For some reason, the Americans always fucking go crazy when they play against Mexico, and Pulisic is always in the center of that. So there is a warrior somewhere in that, somewhere in there. Let's see if he can bring it out in Italy right away. I think it's going to be difficult for him for a few reasons. One, because, as I said, he's world class at being injured all the time. And that brings us to the conclusion that he might not find continuity. And in order to become successful in any league, you have to have continuity. If he doesn't have continuity his first season, playing a position that is not his real position, Pulisic will be a flop right away. And Moncada and freaking Furlani, the T-1000 bots, will be eaten alive. And of course, the Pioli out brigade will come out. But if Pulisic does not find continuity his first season, he's 100% going to become a flop, in my opinion. Now, if he does find continuity, and if the team does cook, I think he could be a good side chef. He could be a good side chef. He can prepare the aperitifs. He can prepare the salads.
Aperitif.
Right. I don't think he's going to produce much offensively. I think that if he has a good season, probably somewhere between a 8 or 10 goal contribution if he has a good season. But if he can bring a good fighting spirit to the team, that is more than enough.
Yeah, well, it's not more than enough for what we need, but it's decent. So Pulisic, here are his actual qualities. So in the past few years, I think only Vinicius and Mbappe have taken on more dribbles. I think he's got 500 dribbles, some stat. He is a decent dribbler. He moves around a lot. He's essentially a less extreme version of Brahim Diaz. His end product is probably a bit better. His finishing is a bit better. It's not amazing, but it's a bit better than Diaz's finishing. But Diaz, on the other hand, has more. He's better with, obviously, besides injuries, he's more consistent. He plays. He's maybe a bit quicker, even though Pulisic is kind of maybe a bit smarter when he dribbles. They're both quick, and they're kind of thin, small players. But Pulisic, yeah, he likes to play out wide. He gets the ball on the wing, but Leao is there on the left, so I don't think he plays much right wing. He can play there, but who knows? He gets the ball there, and he likes to take his man on and then cut inside. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of movement when he plays. My biggest thing is with this sort of on the subject is people like really underestimate Brahim Diaz. Like I never said he was bad, but I said if we're gonna get rid of him, I don't really care at the end of the day because I think he's with us. He's kind of limited. And sorry for the noise. There's some like nuclear war bomb going off in the background. But so even so he has his limitations. But yeah, I'm gonna mute for 1 second. But I kind of wanted to say if we replace him for Pulisic, are we even upgrading? Are we downgrading? Like, because Diaz at least had decent stats last year. Like
That's a very good question.
like, what are we doing? And that and in this case, I'd probably take Diaz as of now. Then if Pulisic proves us wrong and he doesn't get injured, then maybe I guess I'm wrong, but we'll see.
That is a very good question. Is he really that much of an upgrade to Brahim Diaz? Is he at all an upgrade to Brahim Diaz? I mean, if you look at last season, absolutely not. Brahim Diaz had a way better season than Pulisic by every single metric. So in its whole, in everything, when you look at the general player and you compare them together, maybe Pulisic probably better at passing the ball, maybe a little bit more IQ when it comes to possession. Brahim Diaz probably the better finisher, probably better output going forward in his career.
I would say that for finishing, I would say Pulisic should be better at finishing.
You think so?
Yeah, I've seen what he can do, and he's not he's not like Divock Origi finishing where he can just like tower shot it and score like that, but he can he scores a lot more like finesse type shots and like.
But he scored only one
power.
goal last season.
Yeah. But look at, obviously we're not talking about last season because whenever he barely played, he was injured, he got benched, whatever. But when he was playing, I was looking at his older stuff. He's only 24, so it's not like we're talking about a player out of their prime. He can easily like play the way he was a few years ago. Anyways, when he was playing at the beginning, like under lockdown and COVID at Chelsea, he was doing some really good stuff. And his finishing was smart. He would get some like pretty like high top bins goals a few times, and I don't know. He seems to be like Diaz. After all these years, besides the one goal Diaz scored against Juventus, I think, unless I'm missing it, something. I don't really remember Diaz like really ever having a nice like shot finish goal. He doesn't, against Inter, you saw he didn't have enough power to like beat the keeper. When we had that chance, I just don't think Diaz is is the best finisher, and if we don't have a right winger that can do that, we need someone else that can like start backing goals. And also, Roy, I'm gonna like bring this up right now, and I don't want to like sidetrack this too much, but yesterday I was kind of like before going to bed, I was chilling on YouTube looking at old Milan videos, and I was watching AC Milan highlights when like this is like after we like Pioli's first like half season in the summer when we signed Tonali, and when we were going to that like season where we finished in second place behind Inter, Conte's Inter, and Ibra was playing really well. I'm telling you right now, Çalhanoğlu, like at camp, I really took for granted how good.
What? So listen, when I was telling you guys this whole time that Çalhanoğlu was actually a really good player, and that he was actually like, he's a player like missing Çalhanoğlu is a big blow to Milan, even though we won the Scudetto. I was getting shit from everybody, and now here comes Antonio 67 years later.
No, but Roy, this is the thing. I mean, this past season, I did say, yeah, Çalhanoğlu's a good player. When it first happened, I was like, screw him, he's an asshole, he went to Inter, whatever. But I have been saying, yeah, we have been missing like that finishing type player.
Oh, but Çalhanoğlu's better than Pulisic, bro.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I was watching the highlights of like our Europa League qualifier games, I know those aren't against the best teams, but I was kind of taking for granted that this guy was scoring goals from like the edge of the box, just outside of the box, right foot, left foot. I think he scored with both feet. He scored this year against Inter. Like I was watching him and I was like, dang, really don't have any player like that anymore. Imagine if we had kept Çalhanoğlu and Kessie, like I think we'd be like set for so long, man. We could play 4-2-3-1, 4-3, like a 4-3-3 maybe with Çalhanoğlu a bit deeper. Like I mean, do you agree that would be fantastic? We had both.
Yeah,
of those
man, I've been
still.
saying this for years, dude. I've been saying this since for years, but whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is. But like, I would love a player that can finish. Hopefully, Reijnders can do that, but obviously
No,
not
the player that can
Çalhanoğlu.
finish is Taremi. You want a player that can finish? Taremi is the guy.
Yeah, but
I
I
mean-
mean, like the way Çalhanoğlu finishes from outside the box is like special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Reijnders,
guys-
if we get him, he's got
If you guys-
a
yeah.
shot from outside the box.
If you guys don't believe me, go and watch the highlights of like Milan versus all three games: Shamrock Rovers, Bodo Glimt, and Rio Ave. And also just some of like that 2019, 2020, and 2020, 2021 season. Watch some of those games and look at some of the goals he scored and assists. Him and Ibra had great chemistry, and I took for granted how good Ibra was at his age.
Oh
He was
my
actually-
God,
he was
dude!
so
What the
mobile,
fuck? I was saying this shit all the time.
Well, no. It's not that I ever disagree with you. I'm just saying, like, back then I was like, yeah, Ibra's good, but he's old. Now that I think about it, like, I'm really happy to have enjoyed him play because he was still playing at such a high level. Like, that, I think that football we were playing in 2020 was really good.
The best football we played was when Ibra was playing. When Ibra was playing,
Yeah.
that's the best football.
Even
we
though
played.
Leao wasn't at what he is now.
Leao does
Leao-
not.
Yeah,
Leao
I
does
know.
not improve the quality of the team.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, now
Leao
we're
plays
playing
for
very-
himself.
now we're playing very direct. Back then, Rebic was starting, and him and Ibra Rebic was actually doing good. Him and Ibra were doing good together. Çalhanoğlu was moving the ball behind them. We were playing great football. Like, that was some top quality stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, we need some. Like, at the bottom line is, we've all been people who criticize you and me, I guess, for saying that Çalhanoğlu and Kessie were losses. Like, we need to. The bottom line is, we lost quality players and we never really replaced them. We need quality. That's the bottom line is we need to bring in quality players that can pass, finish, that can dribble. Pulisic, I don't know. He gets injured too much. We don't know what his potential is. Maybe we're lucky, but we need more, I think, Just get ballers. It's that simple. Çalhanoğlu, Kessie, those are top players.
Yeah. Well, check this out, guys. Here's Pulisic's injury history. And so great. Look at this one, guys. 22-23, January 5th until March 5th, knee problems. This guy has knee problems like an old man. He missed 59 days, 11 games. That is almost half a season because he has knee problems like an old man and he's 25. Before that, he was 21-22. He was ill. He missed 2 games. Before that, September 9, famous date, ankle injury, 12 games, 52 days. Then, like a bitch, he had coronavirus and he missed 2 games. Then he had muscle injuries, 4 games. Hamstring injury, 7 games. Tear in the abductor muscle, 12 games. He was out for 156 days. Yeah, this is 100% an injury-prone player. We can, like Florenzi, right? Florenzi's history kind of looks like this. It doesn't stop. Every year we can hope that Florenzi is going to be healthy, but he never ends up being healthy. So the patterns are there. If he gets injured, if Pulisic gets injured and he misses a whole bunch of games, it's going to be a really bad season for him. A really bad season for him. And once again, like every single year after Çalhanoğlu, Pioli will have to find himself reinventing the camera, and we're probably going to see Krunic play as the cam, and that's the way it's going to be. So, listen, is Pulisic a good signing? I hope he is a good signing. I'll say wait and see. But if we look at everything together, we're not getting Messi here. We're not getting Ronaldinho. We're not getting Ronaldo. We're getting a good player.
Someone better.
Yeah, we're getting someone way better. But we're getting a good player that has technical qualities, should have good fighting spirit, doesn't have a great offensive output being an attacker, has a lot of injury problems, and he's going to be playing in a role that is not really his. So put all of these things together, most likely it's not going to be a fantastic season for him. The only way that it's going to be a good season for this player is if he's going to be injury-free the whole year, and if he can start cooking right away. Because we saw what happens when you don't cook right away. The San Siro will eat you alive. Look at CDK. CDK today, he doesn't know if he's a man or a girl. He doesn't know anymore.
Right, but to be fair, hold on. When you say that San Siro will eat you alive, I think the overall pressure of it, yes, but the fans were trying to be supportive. Yes, there's all people online who make memes, like we laugh about him. But I heard the stadium, they tried cheering him on so many times. So our fans are understanding to it.
Well, no, the Curva Sud. The Curva Sud is. The Curva Sud is.
By the way, I also want to say the only thing Pulisic is going to be cooking is some BBQ ribs at Milanello's barbecue.
That's right.
Also, would you rather have quality?
Sheva, shut up.
Would you rather have quality or freedom and democracy?
Quality all day.
So you're like one of those authoritarian.
100%. 100%. You can bet on that. Guys, we have some breaking news. Gavin Pete Patterson with Clutch. Breaking news. Tijani, a.k.a. Ironman Reijnders, didn't take part in AZ preseason friendly against Standard Liège. He trained with a second group. Kerkez, who's linked to Lazio, played in the friendly. Negotiation advanced. So he wants to make sure he doesn't get injured. It looks like it's going to happen soon. I wish it would happen sooner. And, we don't have some crazy team come and hijack the player. But out of every single player that we are linked with, Reijnders and Taremi, for me, my opinion, are the two chefs. Everybody else, they're waiters and they're side chefs, or they clean the dishes. But these guys are the chefs, Reijnders and Taremi. If we can get Reijnders and Taremi, guys, we might have two chefs coming in, and we might get some good food, some good entrees, etc., nice full meals. Let's see what happens. Obviously, if Taremi comes in, that means that fan favorite Chukwueze does not come in, and it'll probably be Thor Isaacson or someone else. So let's see what happens. Guys, we're getting closer. Ironman might be an AC Milan player very closely. I think our fans in the stadium are pretty positive. Well, listen, guys, let's be clear about, because I know this. Like, the fans in the Curva will always sing no matter what, but the fans on the other sides, not so much. Yeah, they will whistle, they will boo, they will do all of that. The Curva guys are no matter what, they're going to love you, no matter what. Guys, HBK Lucas, Heartbreak Kid Lucas, says Chaka Touré has renewed his contract with Milan until June 2028. The club plans to start bringing him up to the first team. And that'd be nice. I mean, he's a right winger.
Is he right or is he left? Because I think he plays mainly left, right?
Oh, yeah. He plays left, but he also plays on the right. He plays both.
Hey, right.
He can,
also, sorry, go ahead.
No. I mean, he can play both. And if we can, maybe he can be like how Maldini was when we won the Scudetto, the youngster that comes in as a third choice, second choice, or whenever we need him. And if he has a good season, maybe we can keep him and he can develop and grow in AC Milan. That would be great. He does have the qualities.
Apparently, also El Hilali has just been loaned to like a second division Dutch team. Why the second division? That's crazy.
El Hilali has been loaned to a second division Dutch team. Interesting. Why not second division Serie B team? Why Dutch team?
I
Are there
don't
no
know.
Serie B teams that were interested in him? Like, listen, I don't mind if I think that the Serie B is, if you're starting, it's a good experience. You know, it's not a bad experience. Um,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. It's not like we're going to have space for all the freaking kids of a Primavera next season. Yeah, like we need to have the adults play, right? We can't just have Primavera kids play. So, yeah, of course, some players are going to have to be sent out on loan right away. It is strange that he's going to a second division Dutch team. That also does say, gentlemen, that maybe there wasn't much interest in him. And the scouts of the Serie B teams and the lower divisions and the lower teams of the Serie A maybe didn't look at him so fondly, you know? Taremi and Leao, my God, this could be a deadly combination. 100%. 100%. You know, actually, it'd be a fantastic combination because Leao likes to make those runs into space. And Taremi, his through ball is so pristine, so genius that he can find Leao so easily. Like, it's such a perfect combination, especially having a player like Leao that thrives attacking space. And then you couple him with a player like Taremi who splits defenses with his through balls, just finds Leao into space. Then Leao goes there in front of goal. He'll miss 5 times, but eventually he'll score a goal. You know, Leao is going to destroy a few satellites, kill a few babies in the stands, but eventually he will score some goals and we will win. So I agree. Leao, Taremi, beautiful combination. Beautiful combination. Shut up, Sheva.
Is that your
Sheva.
girlfriend?
Sheva's my girlfriend. That's a dog. Sheva. Oh my lord. Why do
Are you
dogs?
like Michael Vick in your own house?
No,
Like, do you-
my dogs are fucking like kings and queens, dude. You kidding me? They live like kings and queens. Sheva, shut up. All right. Okay, let's go to some more news, guys. Let's see what's happening with other reports. Let's stick with Sempre Milan for now until we go to the Twitter sphere. Let's see what we got. So, yeah, we spoke about Pulisic. Pulisic, by the way, is getting the number 11. Let's see if that number brings him luck. Okay, so 5 hours ago, here we go. Thor. The Avengers is being put together, guys. The Avengers crew is being put together. AC Milan are being forced to evaluate other options because their pursuit of Samuel Chukwueze has stalled, according to a report. Calciomercato.com confirms that Chukwueze is the name at the top of a wish list for the right wing role, but at the moment, that 35 million asking price set by Villarreal is deemed too high by the bots at Milan for a player whose contract is expiring in June 2024. I'm curious to think, what do you guys think in chat? Do you think 35 million is too much for him because it is his last year, or do you think fuck it, fuck the bots, fuck the T-1000s. Who gives a shit? Let's pay the 35 million. Guys, let me know in chat what you think about that. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Milan are pursuing alternative paths as a result, and one of these leads to Gustav A.K. Thor Isaacson, who scored twice against Lazio in the Europa League last season and netted 22 goals plus 9 assists across all competitions. And also to be mentioned that Gustafsson was the top scorer in the league. So obviously Gustafsson, young player, on the ball, not as pretty maybe as Chukwueze, but definitely an eye for a goal that is important. very important, and he has already scored against Italian teams. And I was thinking actually about this. So Villarreal was in the Conference League, and they got eliminated pretty fast in the earlier stages of the Conference League. So was Chukwueze taking a break? Where was Chukwueze? So interesting thing to look at that. The Dane is under contract until June 2025 with Midtjylland, but the Rossoneri have reached a verbal agreement with them on the basis of a transfer fee at around 10 million. This is a no-brainer. Pay the right wing 10 million. Listen, have Gustafsson, Salamakers, Chaka Traore, and Pulisic. Those can be your options for the right wing. Messias, by the way, looks like he is going to be going. And get Taremi up top. I'm going to keep on pushing this agenda, guys. I know maybe some of you don't agree, but I'm going to be pushing the Doctor Strange agenda. However, the negotiations has not yet closed, purely because of the fact that Milan still want to wait and see if they can make a breakthrough in the Chukwueze talks. By the time they wait, Chukwueze will be 64 and his children will be professional footballers. And maybe we can see if we can buy his children. I say, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just abandon this 35 million asking price thing, since it looks like we don't want to meet it. Let's go for Taremi. Let's go for Isaacson, and we've solved this issue. Now let's go and solve the defensive midfield issue, which is probably even more important. Because last I checked, in order to win football games, you need to have a balanced team of players that can defend and players that can attack. I know that in soccer and in FIFA 2023, this shit doesn't matter, but in the real world, the football world, balance does matter. And maybe we can spend more money on the defensive midfielder. For example, Amrabat or Holman, who have absolute great stats in Italy. Amrabat, great personality on the field, and Holman, great stats. So rather than, let's say, putting all this money into the right wing, let's go for Gustav Isaacson, who has a great numbers. Let's go for Taremi, who is maybe in Europe the best center forward in that, after Haaland, maybe, with those kind of numbers. I don't know. Maybe there's another center forward that has those numbers. I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. And let's use the other chunk of the money for a defensive midfielder. Come on, bots. Let's make this work. We need the bots to work. What do you think about this one? Go ahead. Spit, Antonio, spit.
Un momento.
All right. Milan can't afford Taremi. Why can't we afford Taremi? If we are willing to spend 30 million for Chukwueze and give him a hefty wage, why can't we afford Taremi? Taremi's wages are lesser and he costs less. Yes, Leao costs 29 million. That's correct. Well, 28 point something. Fuck the bots. Pay the 35 million. Adamo says way too much. No, thank you. Alan says 35 million for a potential good player with 1 year left. Alan is not convinced. Bismarck says 35 million is an extortion. So you're not convinced either. I see. If we get Taremi, my only hope, really, besides him scoring, obviously, is for him to be a good hard worker and motivated, which would allow him to play a high level till maybe 37 and like Giroud and Ibra. Yeah, possibly. Why not? Okay, so I don't see anybody say, yeah, let's pay the 35 million. Interesting. I would go for Taremi all day, any day of the week, month, year, goals and assists every season. Roy, I think it's over with Chukwueze and get Taremi Isaacson. It looks like it is, yeah? It kind of does look like it's going to be over. Roy, is Musa defensive midfielder? Musa is this pink thing that you insert a cylindrical thing inside it and it gushes this, or whatever. Musa apparently apparently Musa does have the qualities of a defensive midfielder. He does look like a defensive midfielder to me, but his numbers are not great as a midfielder. He's very young, so he's very ripe. He's very ripe. He's a player that needs to play and needs to get experience. But I gotta say, he gives me total Kissy vibes. Like he seems to have the lion spirit inside of him. He seems to be like a guy that has a good work rate and he will fight for you. So I do see a lot of qualities in Musa. And I think it could be an interesting player to get, but it looks like we're not even going to get him anymore because Milan has valued him at 12 or 13 million, while Valencia says nothing, no can do, 20 million or nothing. So fuck you, bots. We don't want your 13 million. Isaacson won't have the same impact as Chukwueze. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Chukwueze is a little bit older, a few years older. He's already played in Spain, which is a very high level league. And now in Europe, arguably, Isaacson has done better in Europe than Chukwueze this past year. But probably not. At least the eye test says that Chukwueze is the better player, but not by that much either. So, what about you, Antonio? Spit.
I take Chukwueze. I mean, listen, Isaacson, I like that he uses both feet, but to be honest with you, and his stats seem decent. I just don't know. I don't really follow much of the Danish league. Last summer, when we were linked with Onyedika, I wasn't against. I kind of watched a little bit of Midtjylland. They were decent, but there's just a lot of space, and it's it's like slow league, slower than Italy. So I don't know. I mean, and his highlights look like a little bit amateurish, like in terms of where he's playing. So I don't know. Like he's another sort of project player. It could end up being like the same level of output or less as Messias. I think Chukwueze has more of a chance of blowing up. So that's kind of like why I would prefer Chukwueze.
So you're saying, yeah, we'll give you the 35 million. Here you go.
Yeah, but I think you can, if you offer like 25 plus bonuses, get to 30 million, then you can negotiate.
No, they're saying no to that. These guys want 35 million.
No, we've only put 25 total on the table, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? That's what I saw yesterday, though. But we with bonuses, we're getting to 30 million.
I have to see that, but they should at least be able to negotiate that. If they're not negotiating then at all, then screw them. We're not going to
listen, Antonio. Let me ask you a question. You are Villarreal, right? We spoke about this yesterday. You weren't on the stream yet. You are Villarreal. You have this player that is potentially considered a very good player, and here you have the bots, the red and black bots from Redbird, trying to lowball you. But you're Villarreal. You just got a lot of money for Michael Jackson, and fucking this and Pau Torres or whatever. So you know that this player will be in demand. You know that the English clubs are going to come knocking at the door. Why would you sell him on a discount when you know that for a fact sooner or later Manchester United is going to be looking for a right winger, Man City might look for a right winger, Arsenal might be looking for a right winger, Tottenham might be looking for a right. Fuck, even Crystal Palace can come in and give them not only what they're asking for, but more. So why, if you are Villarreal, would you give charity to AC Milan? And I don't think Chukwueze cares whether he plays in the Premier League or Italy. And the other thing I want to ask is, if Chukwueze is so damn good, why didn't Real Madrid get him? Why did Real Madrid go for Arda Güler instead? Why isn't Barcelona knocking at the door?
Real Madrid was linked with Chukwueze. The thing is, I mean, why Arda Güler? Because Arda Güler seems to be more promising in the long run. Of course, like he's a young talent. Also, I mean, I don't honestly, after having spent 100 plus for Bellingham, a little bit for and now I think there's a possibility they have to get it. They can get Mbappe this summer and pay him a lot of wages and obviously pay a transfer fee to PSG because PSG are trying to force him out. So they want to. I don't think they would want to invest 35 on Chukwueze when they can get Arda Güler for cheaper, and they can get and they have other things they have to work
Well,
out.
hold the phone, buddy. Hold the phone. The Arda Güler commitment is 54 million euros.
I heard it was 20 million for the club, and there was like some what's it called? Like
Yeah, the total commitment comes to 54 million.
is that including wages?
That includes everything.
Well, we don't really.
I don't know if that includes wages.
I have to see the deal. Like I don't know. I mean,
I think
I don't know. I'm not sure where all the money's allocated. I'm not sure about that. But
yeah, I don't know. I just saw that in a headline
I saw
earlier.
Fabrizio tweeted. He said 20 million. They paid more than the 17.5 release clause. They 20 million to Fenerbahce, and then I think maybe a little bit to his family. I'm not sure how much he paid his family. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with the bonuses and all everything, the add-ons, it comes to a much heftier price. Okay, so let's say so fine. You told me why the Spanish teams are not interested in
Also,
Chukwueze.
Barcelona has they have too many wingers.
Why aren't what about the English teams? How come they're not interested in Chukwueze right now?
I would expect bids coming from England, like teams
Yeah.
like I don't think like Chelsea would never. Let me just think of the top teams. Man City wouldn't get him. Chelsea wouldn't get him.
Why not?
Well, Man City, they don't need to spend 35 million for a player like Chukwueze. What they do is they already have a good core. If they need a right winger, they'll go and buy like the best, like a world class right winger.
All right, so he's a mediocre winger essentially.
Well, Roy, we can't avoid we can't. It's unavoidable for us right now. We can't afford world-class wing players. Like that's,
Okay.
I mean, there's a chance they can become world-class, like prospects, but
All right.
we can't afford it. So 35
So,
million.
so then let me ask you this question. Pretend, let's do make believe, right? Let's do make believe. Because it is positivity day today and it is make believe day. You are Villarreal. You still have what, a month and 3/4 of the transfer market.
Yeah, you didn't let me finish though, but I was gonna say that of course some clubs besides the top teams, like I was just going through the top teams in England. I don't think any of the big 5-6 teams are gonna get him, but I would expect there to be some like mid to high, like upper mid table Premier League team that can go and get him, like it's possible.
Yeah, and also what is possible that because the market is still long and there's going to be a period in this market where there's going to be a lot of activity, some team might lose a right winger, so they need to bring in another right winger. And yeah, if I am Villarreal, that's what I'm waiting for. Like, why would I give Milan this player who seems to be very good and it seems to be valued highly? Why would I give Milan a discount? Like, I get it. Like, yeah, we're Milan and we want to be fans, but let's look at it from the perspective of Villarreal. Villarreal won 35 million. Milan wants to give him 10 million less. If I'm Villarreal, I'm just going to wait for fucking Oxford United to come in because Oxford United will pay 35 million. This is just logic. The Chukwueze road, either we tell him, okay, yes, we'll give you 30 million plus 5 million in bonuses.
Well,
Either that or just forget about this and just move on because we're going to waste fucking weeks chasing shadows.
yeah, I think if we really want, like, if we moved in on him and we offered them maybe 30 million plus a little bit of bonuses, not exactly hitting 35, but getting close. The player already has agreed to personal terms. I think you can get it done like in the next week, but you have to be willing to spend that money. I don't know I think what I'm honestly thinking, what I thought about yesterday at least, is that there's been, like, I'm sure you saw the more links to other striker names like Balogun, Jonathan David. I think that they're analyzing which attacking player to spend most of the money on. Like, because I think we're gonna get one of them, either Chukwueze or a striker. either Taremi, Jonathan David, Balogun, or Morata, whoever, and they're just trying to analyze which one of these players should we get. Now, I would think that David and Balogun would be more prioritized since they're American and Canadian, and they can also tap into that market from Jerry's perspective. So like that would make sense to me, but where you obviously can't get two of these players, so it's going to be one of these, I think. And then if we get the striker, we get Isaacson. We get the right winger, we get Morata, or probably I think even Taremi is too expensive, honestly. If we get Chukwueze. So and also there's the EU thing, of course. So sorry about that.
Well, Balogun and Davis, in my opinion, we're only getting them if we're selling a big player, because those guys are going to cost 40 million.
Well, I think Balogun you can get for like 30 million.
Why? Why would you? What makes you think that?
Because the reports said around 30 million.
Are you sure?
David might be more expensive because he's a bit older and he's already scored. He's had multiple seasons of 10 plus, 15 plus goals. But yeah, Balogun has just had one season, and Arsenal they've got a full team. So I don't know.
I really doubt that Balogun is going to be sold for 30 million. Really doubt it. Let me just see if there's any news on him. I think Balogun is 40 million up. And Jonathan Davis is 50 million up. I think these are players that we can only get if we sell big players. Like, obviously, we're going to be selling Mike Maignan, whether it's this year or next year, I don't know. But obviously, we're going to be selling him, and we're going to be selling T-1000 Hernandez. These two players are 100% going to be sold because there's zero chance of these players are going to sign another contract with the AC Milan, especially T-1000 Hernandez. You can bet literally all your life savings and everything you own that T-1000 Hernandez is not going to sign another contract with AC Milan. So T-1000 Hernandez is for sure getting sold. Also because since this club doesn't care about being competitive, this club cares about Redbird and money, etc., etc. They're not going to do any exceptions when it comes to the salary cap. T-1000 Hernandez has almost reached the salary cap. So in order for T-1000 Hernandez to sign another contract, it would have to exceed the salary cap. They're not going to do that. And T-1000 Hernandez is going to have great offers. They're going to spend a lot of money on him. Jerry's going to have a smile from year to year. And T-1000 Hernandez is going to make a lot of money maybe in a team that is going to be competing for the Champions League.
Boy, stop. This is pessimism.
No, but it's true. It's not pessimism, guys. This is not pessimism. This is positivity day. This is true. This is true. This is 100% true, guys. Because remember, selling our players is yay, Redbird, right? No, guys, listen, let's just be honest here. Let's use our brains and let's not use our hearts. Obviously, T-1000 Hernandez is being sold, whether it's this summer or next summer. If we want to get the Baloguns or the Jonathan Davids or these kind of players, obviously T-1000 Hernandez or Mike Maignan will be sold. Mike Maignan, maybe he will renew his contract and we can get him the 5 million, which seems to be our salary cap for players. Maybe. But I don't think Mike Maignan will renew another contract. I think Mike Maignan will probably, at this point, go look for a better contract elsewhere. Guys, I want you guys to remember something, okay? And I know it is Positivity Day, but even in Positivity Day, we need to be realistic. What did Maldini say? We need to have courage. We need to invest. Now is the time to do it. Maldini, that's why he got fired, because when Maldini wakes up on the horizon, what Maldini sees is a glorious Milan that is fighting to be number one in Italy, number one in Europe, and number one in the world. In order to do that, like, you have to take risks. You have to invest, and investing is taking risks, because investing that money doesn't guarantee you're going to win, right? Redbird doesn't care about that. When Jerry wakes up on the horizon, he does see red and black, But that red and black he sees is the Redbird Capital logo, which is red and black. And for him, that's the goal, making Redbird a bigger company. So obviously he's not going to go take risks and do these huge investments and then get nothing out of it. He's going to keep a line, an economic line, where he's not going to exceed numbers. He's going to make sure the books are good. He's going to build the stadium, sell the club, and then he's going to get out of here. So Teo Hernandez is going to be sold, guys. Be ready for this. Teo Hernandez is not going to renew another contract. His contract is due to be renewed. Well, he's got 2 years left. So next year that's it. He's not going to renew. We're going to sell him. And same thing with Mike Maignan. Positivity, guys. Positivity. All right. So let me see.
Here
Yeah,
is,
go ahead.
is coming true. Riyad Mahrez just got an offer of 20 million euros a year from Al Ali, and now it looks like he's going to go to the Saudi league. End of a top footballer. I'm going to miss watching him in the Prem.
Well, okay, so there you go. There you go, Antonio. So if Man City loses, what's his name? Mahrez,
Yeah.
which right wingers are they going to look at? Obviously, Chukwueze is going to be one of them.
Yeah, to be fair, like compared to the left wing, right wingers are much more rare. So I guess Chukwueze might be high. Like it's a possibility. They do play. Bernardo Silva may also leave as well. That's the thing, and he's the starting right winger this year in the Champions League. So if Bernardo Silva leaves and Mahrez leave, then they're going to look for like a top. Let me just look at the best right wingers and see who is realistic for them.
Yeah. All right. So this is the Balogun, the latest thing I read. So according to what is being reported by Il Giornale via Milan News, Jesus, today Balogun is an idea that is gaining momentum among the Milan bots as they look at options to bolster the role of a striker. The Arsenal-owned forward spent last season on loan at Stade de Reims, where he collected 39 appearances and scored 22 goals. Pretty good, thus arousing interest from around Europe. The 22-year-old seems to fit in with the parameters of Milan's project because he's young, capital gain, makes Jerry's mouth salivate, has good experience, but the potential to grow, and he would offer something different to what Oliver Giroud does. A report from Skynet on Monday night stated that Balogun is Milan's big dream for the attack. American, 22 years old, capital gain, Redbird, yachts, houses in the Riviera, shareholders happy, Wall Street happy. Let's go, USA. Along with Jonathan David of Lille, but the high asking price makes things difficult. Journalist Daniele Longo stated yesterday that the Gunners want at least 40 million if they are to consider selling, while the player himself has ruled out the idea of another loan deal. So if this report is true, in my opinion, the only way to get him is to sell Teo Hernandez. How depressing is that? 1 out of 10.
We're not going to sell another. If we sell another, I mean, it's possible. Never say never, but I don't think we're selling this summer. Hey, I have a right winger that I think could be sold to either City or a top club.
Who's that?
Moussa Diaby.
Bruh, I love all these Mousas around here, bro. The Mousas getting momentum.
The past few years.
I've heard this name. I've heard good things about this name. I've not seen him play. Who does he play with?
Bayer Leverkusen.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I think I saw him. Did he play against Roma?
Yeah, Roma played bus park tactics.
Yeah, I think I did see him. Yeah, of course. So if Mahrez is leaving, Chukwueze can be one of the options we're going to look at, amongst other right wingers. So again, let me ask you. Let's go back to that question. Let's go back. If I am if you, Antonio, you are Villarreal, Espanyol, Rey de España, Are you going to give Chukwueze on a discount to Milan because of unicorns, fairy dust, and magic, or are you going to wait and see if a Premier League club can come and offer good money for him? What would you do? Be honest.
Look, fair enough. Yeah, you wait, but I think that honestly, here. Well, I guess now that they sold Pau Torres, maybe that does change my answer a little bit. But I think I just believe that if you go close to their asking price, you bid 30 plus bonuses, you can get him. But the question is, I don't think the problem is
Wait,
we don't.
30 plus bonus to 35 to 35.
Yeah, or like 33, something like that. I think it's possible, but I don't think Milan is gonna go that high because I don't think that's gonna be like.
But that's not what I'm asking you, my man.
So what's your question again?
I said, if you're Villarreal,
Yeah, fine. Yeah, it makes sense not to sell right now, but
yeah.
I'm saying that if Milan gets close to 35, I think they would still sell.
But even if they get close to 35 plus bonuses and all that shit, close to 35, why? Why would I say yes to that when I know I can get 35 cash from the freaking Sunday League team in England?
That's your asking price. You're basically there. You accept it, and then you start reinvesting it earlier, and you build your team for next season because they have financial issues, but they also need to reinvest and fill the gaps that they just.
I think you're thinking a little bit too much as an AC Milan fan right now.
Villarreal is a poor club, man.
Think as a businessman, not as an AC Milan fan.
They would have more time in the mercato. They would be able to go and with that money. First of all, they would after selling these few players.
Yeah, they already have 70 million. They just make 70 million, so they're in no rush to sell Chukwueze.
Who else?
They sold Michael Jackson for 37 million. And then they sold
37.
Yeah, Michael Jackson for 37 million. We saw that player. That guy looks like literally a Sunday League Park, Sunday amateurs. And they sold the defender for another price similar to that. So they made 70 million already. They're in no rush to sell Chukwueze. So if we want Chukwueze, fucking put in the program that says pay the 35 million and let's get it done with. Capital gain, tax evasion. Players in last year get their price cut in half. If we pay for Chukwueze, that means his actual value is 70 million. I mean, it is true. Last year, they cost less. Villarreal boss told them to go back to Italy if they want to play fun and games. It's embarrassing. If I was Villarreal, I'd wait my ass until Man City comes calling. They owe Milan nothing. Jeez. Milan zone, news on Singo. Guys, we have some news on Singo. Let's see what's happening. Milan zone. Hawkeyes in the chat, gentlemen. Hawkeyes in the chat. 8 minutes ago, Il Milan. Let's translate this. The Milan continues pressing on Singo. The fullback of Torino remains the first choice for the what? For the right wing. You mean for the right? Oh my God. Hold on. Let me see what it said in Italian. Per la fascia destra. Jesus, man. The translations are so bad. Essentially for the right side. It doesn't specify right wing or whatnot. More than Fresneda. The RossonARI have already had a meeting with the player's entourage with a positive result. We need to find an understanding with the Granadas. So Messias is being linked to Torino. Maybe there is this exchange happening. Messias Singo. And let's see how that pans out. Interesting. Antonio, you're not too excited about Singo, right?
I mean, better than Calabria, sure. We also need Italian players, so I would much rather get an Italian prospect for fullback. I don't know, like I don't think he's that high quality. Kalulu would probably be the same thing as him as a right back. Like, I don't know.
That's funny. They got fucking Paul KB translating this shit. That's hilarious. Who's an Italian prospect, a right back prospect?
So I know Mazzocchi's a left back.
Oh, Mazzocchi. Mazzocchi left back, yeah.
I feel like look at some of these clubs to remember.
You know who is very interesting, and watch out for this guy for the future. Kind of reminded me of a Spinazzola, but on the right side, Giovane. I think he was in the U20 World Cup. Very offensive right back, does the whole wing. Very skillful, very courageous. I think this guy's going to be a top G when he makes the jump to the seniors. He had an excellent U20 World Cup, one of the best players. His name is Giovane. If I'm not mistaken, he's playing with Inter right now. If I'm not mistaken. Bacano in the Primavera. He's also good. He's done well. Sigo is the type of signing that makes Guido do a backflip.
Speaking of Guido,
Are you guys blaspheming? This is blaspheming so in football. This. Singo. We talk about Chukwueze, Pulisic. We talk about Singo. Come on, man.
That's brilliant.
we clipped him.
He was pissed off that day, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, wait, I got 14.
You guys wasting time. It's a waste of time, this talking. It's a waste of time. You know?
Yeah, we need to have some sound bites. Make some sound bites. So Singo, that's how we feel about Singo.
I got a suicide.
Damn. That's so bad. Danny Saragi says Bozzolan is future right back. Bozzolan did actually renew his contract with AC Milan. I heard Inter's owner is going on trial in China. Calcio and Finanza tweeted this last night. Really? On for what? Do you know what? Can you tell us what? Guys, I know it's crazy, but we have Chaka Touré in the youth, and we might start using him in starting 11. Why not? That'll be amazing if we actually get to use Chaka Touré. One thing that me personally, I would love to see is AC Milan get its player from the academies. What Barcelona did during their golden period was what I would like to see AC Milan do. So I would love to see Milan get their players from the academy and those players become top ballers. I would love that. Absolutely. Contacts equals cost. Bozzolan is a left back, correct. Thank you for the correction. Antonio, yes, that is Antonio's dad. Yep. Guido is Antonio's dad. Ottavio to Juve is getting Ottavio to Juve. Who's Ottavio? Not familiar with Ottavio. If we promote these Primavera players, we will have better depth than last year. Yeah, maybe. Maybe these guys are good. Cuenca is really good. Really good. Cuenca is really skillful. Yes, besides Calabria, we don't have any academy players. Pobega is academy player. Pobega and Calabria are the two academy players. And Gabbia. Pobega, Gabbia, and Calabria are the academy players. I think they will be replaced, though. Is Ali playing against Real Madrid? Hopefully. And guess what? He's probably going to be the best player for AC Milan, because that seems to be always the case. Inter are actually happy that Zhang might go to jail. Optimus Prime bot Scaroni says Furlani is getting us used to make it one sign in a week. Furlani, guys. Furlani is football in persona. Furlani is the reason why football exists. But it won't continue like this until the end of August. It seems we're building a Milan equipped for the UCL. Oy, mamma mia. Ragazzi. Scaroni with the big words. Scaroni with the big words. We're building a Milan equipped for the UCL. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is going to be a tough UCL campaign because we're coming in as third in pot 3. So the teams from pot 1 and pot 2 are going to be competitive. It's going to be a very fun UCL campaign. Let's see how we do. Giovanni's Atalanta. Oh, okay, even better. That kid is good. I like that kid. That kid should be. I'm going to call it right now. Giovane in 2-3 years is going to be the new Spinazzola. He's going to be the best Italian right back in circulation. That kid is good. Lazovic also rinsed Calabria. Anyone can rinse Calabria. It is true. But Calabria also has good performances too. Did you see Furlani in the interview at Milanello? Guy thinks he's Tom Cruise. Oh, yeah. They think they're rock stars, guys. Now that Maldini is gone, they're the ones that are in the limelight. They're soaking it up like a sponge in the sea, guys. They're soaking it up. They love it. These guys are rock stars. Pulisic will recreate the Kaká performance in the UCL, 100%. Well, we're going to win the UCL this year. That's for sure. That is for sure. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Well, look at that. Gianluca Di Marzio, ufficiale Viti, Sassuolo now has Viti, a player that I know Gio was talking about not too long ago. Sensi, Real Betis. Wow, looking for Sensi. Interesting. We spoke about this a little bit earlier. Tutto Sport, also known as Tutto Juve, AC Milan and Torino remain in talks over Messias and Singo. Do we have anything on Reijnders, guys? I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Not yet. Hey, Roy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Also, Lois Openda to Leipzig, done deal, and he's Leipzig's most expensive transfer of all time.
How much?
I think like 30, around 35, maybe more. Let me check.
Okay, guys. I don't know if this is a recycled news, but this was from 45 minutes ago. AC Milan have raised their bid for Taremi, aka Ironman Reijnders, according to widespread reports. Will it get done?
Oh yeah, Roy. I wanted to speak on this.
Go ahead, do it.
Also, Openda's 38 million plus.
Damn.
Plus
Jeez.
add-ons.
Fuck.
They are crazy. We may also have a special guest visiting us. But first, so the thing about Reijnders that I find interesting is most of the journalists, including Fabrizio Romano, are saying that Milan has improved the bid to 20 plus something. But Longo is like the one guy who's saying that Milan has not raised its 18 million bid yet, plus bonuses.
Wait, say this one again?
So journalists like Fabrizio Romano and some other ones, Schira, I believe, maybe Di Marzio, they're saying that Milan has improved its bid to 20 plus bonuses.
Yeah.
But Longo is the one guy who's standing firm, and he's saying that the 18 million original offer plus bonuses is still like.
Oh, really?
Raised yet? Yeah.
That's from today?
Well, look at Longo's account and see what he says. Like that's what I kind of read last time I checked.
Captain America. Nice. BMW. Look at these nice cars. That's kind of Dope. Oh, look at him, guys. What a rock star. Look at these rock stars, guys. These guys, man. These guys are the true rock stars. Ci sono le firme. Chakatre renews with AC Milan. It is official. There you go. Al Hilali says peace out. He's going to Netherlands. Medicals terminated for Pulisic. Now he just needs to sign the official documents that register him in the Serie A, and it's done. Wow, a lot of AC Milan news from Longo. Huh? Oh, here it is, 6 hours ago. Let's translate it. There's still distance between Milan and AZ for Ironman Reijnders. In the next few hours, there'll be confrontation between the RossonARI market team and the intermediaries of the operation. The RossonARI want to close, but at the moment, from Alkmaar, they're firm on their assessment. So it doesn't necessarily say any numbers here.
Keep scrolling on his Twitter feed.
Well, De Laurentiis, 200 million. Yeah, De Laurentiis is the best. I love De Laurentiis, guys. He says, you want Osimhen, give me 200 million, you can have him. Beautiful. That's how you do it. Top G. That's a top G right there. How far do I need to scroll, dude? Down to the bowels of hell?
Here.
All right. All right, so here we go. So this was from 13 hours ago. He said, AC Milan's offer for Taremi, aka Ironman Reijnders, is there. But according to our sources, the bots are still pushing around 18 million with bonuses. More details about incoming, I guess, IG. Più dettagli su, more details on our Instagram. 18 million plus bonuses. So what is he saying?
This is different from most other journalists who are saying that we have increased the offer in the past few days.
Yeah, interesting. Let's see what happens with Reijnders. That's definitely one of the players that we need for sure to raise the quality of the team, and not just the quality, but the. Oh my God. I fucking hate the Terminators, guys. I hate the Terminators. The agent of Mehdi Taremi was not at Old Trafford today, despite posting a picture of the Man United FC badge and geotagging that he was at the ground on Instagram. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Manchester United also is interested in Taremi. The team that gets Taremi is going to hit a jackpot. Man United fans, would you be happy with Taremi this summer? Let's see what these Man United fans say. This should be fun. Now, the Italian AC Milan fans are all saying, oh my God, he plays in Porto. That's not good enough for us because we're so fucking, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, he's 30 years old. Like, what is he, an old man? Oh my God, he's from Iran. He's not even European. Oh my God. Fuck. Let's keep Origi. Let's get Morata. So that's the majority of the Italian fans in Italy. Let's see if the English are a little bit smarter. 100% says Ashley. He was crazy link-up play. He would be a proper upgrade on what plus he's only valued around 17 million. What the fuck is this? Can barely afford a striker, let alone a keeper. In additional, midfielder is out of reach unless substantial sales are made, which is likely because nobody's interested in our players. Ooh, this guy's fucking complaining. In 10 Hag system or whatever, I think he does well for the short term as he likes these type of strikers, providing he has creativity around him. Hopefully he does well if he joins United from a personal point of view. I can bring you that Bundesliga highlight of whatever. Okay. Very underrated. I can see him being a Mitrovic-style striker in the Prem, but better. Looks fantastic, but all our offensive players can create and score world-class goals. What we desperately need, in my opinion, is a clinical finisher with that Inzaghi-ish heat-seek. Yeah, that's exactly what Taremi does. Heat-seeking ability of scoring easy goals. We can't rely on the world-class performances to score 9-10 goals. That's why we hardly score. Well, yeah, 100% English people are smarter than Italians. That's a fact so far. I mean, if he's cheap and one season then get Ferguson or someone next year, then why not, I guess? Never stopgap as long as he's the last one. Bro, like, I swear, guys, I'm reading the Italians' comments. Oh, my God, Taremi. A player like Taremi, he misses a lot of chances. He wouldn't do well with Milan because he plays in Portugal. Let's fucking get Icardi or Morata. Yes, Terry. Honestly, I think it would be a good signing, not a sexy name, but a really good player. If it's him and Hoyland or some other young striker, sure. If either one by themselves, no. Okay. I'm not putting my support behind any player of off highlight reels because Wigworth would be the best United, blah, blah, blah. Don't care about that. So there you go. There you go, guys. It is official. AC Milan fans from Italy are the dumbest people that have ever existed. And having said that, new tweet, Milan News, Pulisic, number 11. Actually, guys, maybe some of these guys have changed their mind. Let me see. Let me see what they're saying. This was 8 hours ago. Gazzetta. The first choice was Chukwueze, but Villarreal's 30 million asking price is too high. Taremi is in pole position. Milan would then turn to Gustav Isaacson. Let's see what the Milan fans are saying. Hopefully they're smarter today than they were yesterday. Okay. Haha, there you go. Mr. Allen GRG. Well, we know Allen is smart. Next year's take him will be free. 30. I feel bad for Kamada. This motherfucker is freaking puking. Nice one. Maybe Villarreal can now get married to him. Immediately he's on the free. They're not even talking about. Go for someone Cherkeza. Right wing is needed. Nobody's talking about Taremi. Okay. Yeah, there you go. They don't do research, they just do not do research. They don't do research, they don't study, they don't analyze. I see why the English are dominated in football now. I finally see it. I can finally see it. The perfect number 9 for us, not to mention a price tag that would allow us to focus on center backs. Okay, this has 19 comments. Let's see what these guys say. This is Nicolo Schira, so you have Italian. And Iranian and Saudi, okay. I guess there's beef between Iran and Saudi Arabia. Good. Can we buy Dia now? Good. Finally, Taremi is out of the fucking Milan news. Okay, we have a smart Italian, guys. We have a smart Italian. With the new Saudis, whatever, even a 31-year-old player can be resellable in the future. Believe me, this is worth 10 Morata and would be a big bang. He has been playing in Europe for 4 years and has 101 goals and 50 assists, triple Moratas. Unfortunately, he won't come. So we do have a smart Italian, guys. We do have one smart Italian. There's always hope. Oh, we have another one. This guy should be on all top teams' radar of those who need strikers. Very underrated. The only way he leaves is if he goes to another club that plays UEFA Champions League. Well, he is playing true. Even Taremi offered for 50 million, made SMS nothing special. Probably a bullet to dodge for Juve. Taremi already rejected the offer. His agent told he ever stay in Porto or another European club. This one here, look at this one. This one says, very well, please go to Saudi Arabia. Smart. This one is smart. This one is really smart. Wait, Guido, what's up, my man?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
What's going on?
Yeah, because I have problem with my phone. I gotta buy a new phone, man. It's give me problems.
Wow, you shot at your phone
Yeah,
too much, and now it doesn't
okay.
work anymore.
Yeah. So talking about the I don't know why everybody's so excited about this. What's his name? Chico Waze. What's the difference between him and the Danish player? As a successful, as a winning, as a not. Actually, the Danish player is much younger. How many years younger? 3, 4 years?
21, while Chukwueze is 24.
Yeah, all this Chico Waze.
24.
Okay, 3 years younger. So 10 million out of 35. Do you think there is a 25 million difference between him and what did he win? What did he do? What's the stats? Unbelievable. Maybe 1 year. Actually, the stats are better, I think, the Danish guy than him. What the heck?
Yeah, the difference is that the Danish guy played in Denmark while Chukwueze plays in Spain. But check it out, Guido. With the money that you can spend for Chukwueze, you can get Taremi and.
About to tell you that. Yeah. You can buy 2 players. Actually, the one we need more, it's the number 9.
Yep.
Because we talk based on the money these people spend. So we know they're not gonna buy a player 40 million. Like you said before, yeah, they're gonna sell Hernandez, I believe so. If Hernandez is not leaving, it's only because his girlfriend and his wife, because she's from there. That's the only reason for him not to go. Well, what would you choose, Real Madrid or Milan right now? If you have a chance to make more money and play with Real Madrid. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the problem, Paris already been sold. Who's available as a left back? I don't know.
I'm sure there's left backs. Not Italians. Whoever the American left back is, that's who we'll go for.
Yeah, don't tell me Robinson. It was linked with Milan so long ago. That guy, he cannot play soccer. I'm sorry. I saw in the World Cup what he did with the, what's his name, with the the Inter player, the Dutch player. He was never there to stop him.
Against Holland?
Yeah. No, the Inter player.
Dumfries,
yeah. You see the World Cup what Dumfries did against USA?
No, I didn't see that game.
No, he all the assists and even a goal. He decided the game. Imagine. That guy suck.
Dumfries?
Yeah.
I didn't see that game.
He decided the game versus USA. He decided the game.
So what does that say about American players?
Man, listen. Listen, Pulisic, he played at Chelsea,
All
he
right,
won a
hate
Champions
to
League.
be
I mean, I
devil's
don't think it's that.
advocate, at least the USA qualified for the World Cup. Like, what
True,
the?
true. No. Hey, I agree.
Yeah.
Italian players should stay away from Italy.
Yeah, why Italy didn't qualify? Because they were suck, because Jorginho messed up 3 penalty. The player with run to the freaking post, he couldn't score an easy goal. So we destroyed the teams that we're supposed to qualify. That's the difference. We didn't qualify, yeah, but we destroyed them. Don't tell me that Italy didn't deserve to qualify, because that's bullshit. So Switzerland, we're supposed to have 6 points on them, and we tied 2. We didn't even to play with the Macedonia, because we destroyed. We didn't destroy. Switzerland's a good team, but Mr. Jorginho, Brazilian, not even Italian, he mixed up everything.
I think that no Italian players are good enough to play for AC Milan.
Well, they're good for Inter. Inter got so many Italians, they went to the final Champions League.
That's what Pioli said in his press conference. He was asked why.
You guys were laughing at me when I was talking about, what's his name, the Milan youth, the old guy, the center, the Inter.
Acerbi?
Yeah, people were laughing at me. Guess what? Acerbi is a national team, no Calabria, no Tonali. Acerbi is a national team, and he went to the final Champions League with the Inter, and he was the best player. He stopped completely Allen. So when I say something, you guys make fun of me. I play soccer all life, 10 hours a day. So,
Antonio, do you agree with
I
that?
watch it. It's too easy to base the judgment without watching games. Everybody watch highlights. You cannot judge a player with the highlights. I'm sorry.
Antonio, what do you think about that comment?
What? Acerbi is a decent player.
Decent. Champions League final. Against us, he shoot 2 times on a post. 2 times he shoot from us against us. He's a center D. How many shots the other Milan player did? Now, we didn't even pass the midfield.
The only problem with Acerbi is that he's Italian. If he was Portuguese, Russian, Croatian,
yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, Italian, they always suck.
Right now, if you're Italian, you're not welcome at Milanello. You're not welcome at the San Siro if Milan is playing. You're not welcome to wear a red and black shirt. That's the agenda. Did you hear what Pioli said in his press conference? He was asked, how come Milan is not getting Italian players? What's going on? He said, right now, there's no Italians that sono all'altezza per giocare con il Milan. Noi vogliamo solo giocatori.
Bullshit. No, there is no Italian that we can afford. That's
the truth. That's the truth. Yeah.
There is a that's, but we don't spend for.
Yeah. So, how many goals is Pulisic going to score, Guido?
I don't know if he said that. I really don't remember what he said. I mean,
he said that right now they're only looking for players that are good enough for this Milan, which implies there are no Italian players that are good enough for Milan. But the truth is that they don't have the money to get Italian players. But Guido, how many goals do you think Pulisic is going to score?
No, don't give me those questions. I don't think he's a scorer anyway. So.
Come on, give us a number.
Listen, anything can happen. I don't know this guy. To be honest with you, how many times I saw Pulisic? I think he's a good skill, but that's it. I mean, for me, it's not a player that I want. Because they say we play 4-3-3. Why you get Pulisic if you play 4-3-3? I don't understand.
For the right wing.
So, right wing. So why we look for Chico West, the Danish guy? Right wing got to be a right wing. Pulisic is not a right wing. It's not a classic. He can play there.
No. Listen.
So why are we wasting money? Okay, if we buy Pulisic, why are we wasting money for Chico West and the other guy? That's 4-3-3. That's the only way he can play. You want to play midfield? We're going to get destroyed.
Jokes aside, the idea is to play a 4-2-3-1, and Pulisic is basically the replacement of Brahim Diaz as the cam.
Oh, of course, 4-2-3-1, it makes sense. But who's going to be the 2?
Reindeers and Loftus Kaka butt cheeks.
Reijnders is a center mid. He got skill. The only bad stats he has is a recovering balls. So imagine. He's not Brozovic. He's not those kind of players. He's a center mid, right? Going up. I'm sure he can receive the ball from the defense, but I don't see him. I mean, that's the stats. I don't even know Randy. I saw just the highlights. I don't know him. I like it. What I saw,
Yeah,
I like it.
He's got some good
It's
stats.
the only player that I said is worth the money for me. The rest,
No, he's great. I like him a lot. I hope he has a strong personality, because that's the only thing that I see that can stop him. If he has like a baby personality like CDK, then it doesn't matter how good he is. But if he has a strong personality,
for
then I
me,
think we have a
would never
really good player.
spend. For me, I would never spend 20 million for Loftus-Cheek, Musa, the other guy. Those players, you can buy 5 of them and spend the 5 million each or 10 million each, and you find the same player.
Yeah, we're not getting Musa anymore. Because Milan
No, but
stopped
even
at 13.
Loftus-Cheek, how good can he be? He's not a guy that's gonna score 20 goals a year. I mean, those players you can find for 6, 7, 8 million, 10 million. You don't need to spend that money. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah, Loftus-Cheek, Musa, we stopped at 13 million, and Milan and Valencia wants 20 million, so we're not thinking of Musa anymore. Non pensiamo più alla Musa, pensiamo solo al pisello.
Yeah, of course, not me. But the problem is you can't. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this guy here. I'm in a nice area. So basically, that's what I said before. You could have saved so much money, 40 million for 2 players that's supposed to, I don't know, do what? How do they make a difference for us?
Well, Loftus-Cheek is supposed to be a box-to-box on the left.
At least I don't even know. To be honest with you, I saw him only against us. He did good, but we did shit. So I think it was Milan's fault. It wasn't even because he's good.
Well, your son, Antonio, thinks that he's a baller.
Listen, many people think Pellegati's been talking about what's his name?
Pellegatti
Wait,
It's been 2 years. It's 2 years he's talking about him.
Pellegatti said that CDK. You know what? You know who pushed the whole idea that CDK was a new Kaká? It was Pellegatti.
Pellegatti is my least favorite.
Oh, listen, Pellegati's untouchable, man. Since he was born with his father was going to watch Milan. He worked for Milan all his life, so
but he's
so
not
leave him alone, man. That's what a fan is supposed to be. He says, as long as there is a Milan shirt, I'm gonna cheer for that guy. But beside that, I agree with you. Those players for me, you can find. I don't want to say 5 million. Let's say 10 million. So you can buy 2 for the price of 1, and give them not even 2 million a year. This guy to be a runner, box to box. I mean, they said he got skill. Be honest with you, I don't know him well. I don't watch.
Antonio said he's a baller the other day.
I think he can be good. I don't know. Hopefully.
I mean, that's what people say. As I say, I don't know.
The problem is he's got no competition right now. He's just gonna walk in.
Yeah, but listen, baby, he's doing good. He's a beast. Physically, he's a beast. He can do what we need. But how much he costs?
Do you see what he just did, by the way?
He makes 4 million a year, if I'm not wrong.
Right, count the number of times he contradicts himself and just to argue with.
I mean, guys, what I want to explain to you, they talk about the Milan guy in agreement with the Reindeer for 1.8, 1.7 a year. So for me, the guy that knows how to play soccer gotta get paid less than half than the guy that just a runner. For me, it's the end of soccer. That's the end of soccer. For me, Reindeer, the way it looks, he should be paid more than that guy.
Yeah, but obviously the reason why is because Loftus-Cheek comes from England and Chelsea, and that they control the world.
See, like in Netherlands, it's the Congo Belga, it's the worst. I don't know.
Wait, hold on.
Netherlands, they don't make money in Netherlands. How do they survive?
I'm muted for a second. Hold on. How the heck are you going to disagree with me that England is the powerhouse of football and they set the prices? There's an
You said because he come from England. That's why those players, you don't need to go to England to get it. First of all, he's English, so he's taking one spot. We could have a bought Taremi. We could have a buy Taremi and the other guy. What's his and Chikwueze. Did you think about that? That we could have buy those two instead of this guy? Extra communitary.
Okay. Anyways, I'm not trying
to be great. I hope so. I cheer for.
Listen, I'm not trying to talk about that. I was just saying that's the explanation as to why Loftus-Cheek is more expensive. You don't need to go on a rant about it. That is what it is.
I don't think that's the explanation because I'm sure there's some player in England they're super cheap because they're not good at all.
Yeah,
Declan Rice because he won a Champions League.
Declan Rice
won a Champions League with Chelsea.
Declan Rice won the Conference League this year, and he just got sold for 120 million.
But he won something. He won something.
Conference League. Bellingham, Dortmund, 100 and something million. Like I forget how much. Bellingham.
So people that get promoted from the second division in England, they make 4 million a year, all of them.
No, but the point is, if you're an English player who plays in the Premier League, especially for one of the best teams, then it is what it is. Like you're going to be making a lot of money. He even took a salary cut. They pay their players a lot of money. The Dutch league is poor. Like for Reijnders, it's a great.
Poor. They're always selling. How can be poor?
Because they don't make because the revenues are so little in their league. That's the way it is. Football costs money. We've already been over this. Reijnders, a 1.8 million is like he's going to be rich. He's happy with
You
that.
don't understand it. You can say in England people make money. So if I'm Milan, I play in Italy. I don't play in England.
Right.
So why I gotta spend the money for a guy to play in England?
Wait, but I'm not talking about the transfer fee. I'm talking about wages. You're like switching. I'm just trying to explain that it's very simple. Because in England, they make more money.
You know, when I talk, I know it's very hard to understand. Okay, let me say slowly. You said that he makes money, not expensive, because expensive Reindeer is more expensive than him. What I mean is
that's all I was doing was explaining to you why he makes 4 million and why
but you don't understand. Okay, for me that I'm an Italian team. I don't care if I don't pay money for him because he comes from England. Who the fuck is he? I judge the player.
Okay, so then you don't get Loftus-Cheek. Then he's not going to go for you if you like give him like less than half of what he was making already. So he's
okay. You got my point. Why you gotta come to play for me? I don't need it.
Well, then you could have that argument. They like him. Owners like him.
You got right to the point. Why I gotta buy Loftus-Cheek for 20 million? I can fight 20 like him for 5 million, for 10 million. I can get Tamesi from Verona, which is not cheap for sure. Why? Tamesi knows Italian league. He runs all over the field.
All right, hold on. My point is, I'm not going to argue about Tamesi or this guy. All I'm saying is, bottom line is, we got Loftus-Cheek. He's our player. They like him. I'm not going to sit here and argue about whether or not it was like whatever. I don't really like the operation either. I was just explaining to you why he makes more money. That's all it is. You don't have to like go on a rant. Let's be smart here. Like you're making this into an argument. I don't care about Loftus-Cheek. The bottom line is, if you don't pay him the money, he doesn't come to us. If that's a good thing, that's your opinion. I don't know. They like him. They wanted to get him. So that's what.
Okay, with all the players in the world, you gotta get him at 20 million and 4 million a year. I was talking about how much he get paid. Does he get paid 4 million a year?
Yes.
That's right for a guy that he run the back and forth. That's all he does. He's not injured. When he's not injured.
You get him from England, that's how much you have to pay him. That's what works.
You don't understand again. I don't need the player from England.
I
can get those kind of players from anywhere. I got the freaking the African League.
Okay. All right, I'm muting you one more time. I understand. The point is that we don't get to choose the players. They like him. They want
Listen,
to get him. That's what
listen to me,
I'm arguing with you about.
guys.
You're
Listen to me.
dumb, dude.
But
One
you
thing.
understand what I want to say.
No, we understood. We understood.
And you don't.
Everybody
You'd
understands.
rather buy a player
Guys,
cheaper,
stop fighting.
makes less
Stop
money.
fighting.
That's what it is. But we're telling you that the management do like Loftus-Cheek. They think he's better than most players. I'm not saying I agree with them. That's what it is. So they got him. There's no.
Listen, let's focus on what it is. How many AC Milan players? How many players in the world can do a pass like this?
Fucking Taremi, dude.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that.
What do you watch? Because I have the phone small. Like,
Look
I
at
actually
this
gotta get
fucking ball. Yo, look. Okay, so
who's
had
this?
your say.
I don't even know who's this. Who is?
Taremi. Look at the
Yeah,
timing.
Taremi is 10 times better than everything you guys talk, other players you guys talk about.
Look at the timing and the weight of the ball. The perfect. This is perfection. Like he's
What's
a
his
magician.
average? He's a number 9, right? Okay.
Oh,
What's his
oh.
stats? What are his stats? Does he score
Unbelievable.
many goals?
Unbelievable
So that's
amount
what I
of
want.
Ma anche
Number 9, I
assist.
don't care.
Hey, you
I
were
don't care
number
where he
10.
plays.
You were number 10, right?
Yeah, number 10.
Guido,
Not
can you
like
see the
Messi,
screen?
Number 10
Can you-
midfielder. Yeah, old
Can you
story.
see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I gotta turn the phone around and
Look at the screen.
yeah, it's still small. What? Yeah, I see the ball in the net.
Okay. Look at this pass.
It's
Look at this pass. Okay. This is Taremi here. You see the mouse?
yeah, I see. Yeah,
That's
I
the-
saw. He went over the play. Yeah, but I
Look,
saw him
look.
playing against
Guarda,
Stars.
guarda.
I didn't know him.
Guarda
Yeah.
sti passaggi filtranti alla Rui Costa. È
Yeah,
fenomenale.
that's
questo
what
ragazzo.
Reindeer can do. That's why I want a Reindeer. That's
We
what I
should get
need.
both. We need both.
Okay, so Roy, do you understand what I mean? So why Reindeer? He agreed with us for 1.7 million. He can go to England. He can go to Saudi Arabia, right? So
Yeah.
if who's better, who's more determined? I mean, who's more important difficult to find? Reindeer, yes, maybe the Reindeer come with us. It's gonna be shit. It's gonna be suck. I'm talking about what I saw highlights. That's all. I don't know him. I never watch a full game. I love when he put a ball through the legs, almost walking. That's my thing. I used to do that all the time. He put the ball through the legs without even running. You know, Boban used to put the ball through the legs without touching the ball. I've never seen a midfielder doing that. Only Boban. And midfield, he was letting the ball run, fake. The ball was going through the other player. He was going the other way. I mean, I've never seen a play like that. So,
I mean,
is, for me, I don't care. He can come from the space, from Saudi Arabia, from Premier League.
fine, good, bravo.
No, maybe
bravo.
Loftus-Cheek is going to be destroying the Italian league. Maybe it's going to be the best player in the Italian league. I don't know, because I cannot judge without seeing. I've never seen a full game, only against us.
No,
So
Guido, look at this.
if I got to invest more money, I invest for this guy, Taremi.
Yeah,
I invest for
exactly.
Reindeer. And then the
Yeah.
other players that I need to run, I can buy like Tamesi from Verona. He's great. He's an unbelievable player. I love that guy.
I agree with it. I agree with it.
Koulibaly from Salernitana. But, be honest with you, I not even know the price. I'm sure they're going to ask you 20, 25 million. Because Koulibaly, if you see
no.
15 at least. No, nothing goes under 15. Those players. But
But
you save 10 million here, 10 million there, and you buy fucking Taremi. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do too. Look at this, guys. Look at Taremi here. He has the ball. Guido, are you looking at this?
Yeah. Listen,
This is
Taremi, I saw against Stars. He got skill. I can see the way he touched the ball.
I know.
I don't
But look
need
at
to
what he
watch
does
highlights.
here. Look at what he does here, Guido. What do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to do? So Taremi right now, he can either put the ball right there in that corner, right? Because the goalkeeper has given him that space, or depending on the timing, look at what he does. Boom. He gives the ball to him.
Listen, guys,
Open goal.
I
That
got
last
I gotta
defender,
leave. I gotta leave it for a few minutes, and then I come back. I gotta do something.
Like this is a striker that will make other players score. Like you don't get center forwards like this. Haaland will try and score. Giroud will try and score, and they'll miss. But Taremi, this guy is all IQ. This man is a PhD and he has a PhD in football. He takes on the player and the pass in the middle, boom. He could have scored. No, he squares it into the middle where he knows his teammate can score. Layoff. He plays for the team. And if he wants, he can put it there in the bottom corner. Huh?
Taremi.
What?
Recuerda mi nombre. Mehdi Taremi.
¿Cómo?
Recuerda mi nombre.
Remember that name?
My name.
Okay, look at this ball. Like, this ball is a genius layoff. This is genius layoff. This layoff here that Taremi does is genius. If anybody here plays football, they should recognize that this is a genius layoff. Look at this layoff. Look at where he puts it. It's like putting a hot dog in a moussa. Look at that. Boom. Look at where he put that ball. This another assist.
Es un gran jugador. Un gran jugador.
He's not scared to get it. Es un gran jugador. Gran jugador. Jugador de primísima categoría. And he can score like a motherfucker. Look at that. Jugador de primísima categoría.
Love with Taremi, Roy.
This is Doctor Strange, guys. I haven't seen a center forward like this ever. Like, where has this guy been?
Well, that's a fair point. Why is no other club getting him?
Well, he was Porto. Porto, man. He was playing soccer in Porto.
Porto. Isn't that like a Cuban restaurant?
Yeah. He scores penalties. He's composed, takes penalties, always sends the goalkeeper in the wrong way. Brilliant penalties, brilliant technique, composure.
If my dad was still here, I'm about to read this news. Empoli interested in Giassi dello Spezia.
Giazzi.
Serie A baller. I'm waiting for this stupid Milan Pulisic announcement. I want to see.
What Pulisic announcement?
Like the contract and the freaking what's it called? Like, you know.
That's not going to be today. It's
What?
evening in Italy. It's even in Italy. It's like what, 8 p.m. Oh, that play is brilliant. Dummy, 1-2. What a beast. But no, he plays for Porto and he's from Iran. He can't be good enough to play for Milan. The only players that are good enough to play for Milan are Brazilians and Argentinians or Belgian players. Que jogador. This ball here is absolutely brilliant. Like, I missed it.
Roy, can I share this meme?
Que jogador.
Roy,
What meme?
It's like a Twitter meme. Can I share it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Can't hear you over the sound of freedom. AC Milan will fear the power of freedom. That's right.
That's crazy.
That's good Photoshop work. USA. No, actually, Edison, I wasn't a big fan of Andre Silva.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Andre Silva.
I mean, at the time, I wasn't a big fan of Andre Silva. Way too young. Like I knew he was never going to like hit the ground running. That was way too young when he joined Milan. Like if you're a striker, you can't be that young and think that you're going to hit the ground running. No chance in hell. No chance in hell.
Pulley.
Yeah, I hope he brings freedom to the locker room. Alexander, my man. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Alexander says Benacer Tonali Krunic versus RLC Reindeer Benacer. I'll take RLC Reindeer Benacer.
Look at this chemistry. The one thing that kind of concerns me about Loftus-Cheek, and this kind of reinforces my notion of him being like, one of those calm players who maybe isn't that ambitious, and like I hope he still has, I think he has good work rate, but I hope he isn't lazy. Is that he said in the interview that he doesn't care about playing for the national team. Essentially, he was like, "Yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens." But I just
That is actually a little bit of a red flag.
yeah, I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like, dude, you're in your prime, man.
Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe he gave up on that. He gave up on it because the guy's 28 now. Has never been called up. Never been part of a national team.
He's
He's been called up only 10 times. Only 10 times.
Look at this. Look at this guy.
That's him. The new Berlusconi. That's who Berlusconi wished he was Jerry Cardinale.
Look at Pioli dripped out.
No. Listen, Andre Silva now is good. I no doubt about it. But when he joined us, he was way too young. I knew that shit was never going to happen.
Loftus-Cheek.
Hopefully, he brings his physicality to the game, and he brings his qualities. I mean, Tomori now is going to have a buddy, so it's good chemistry. They're going to be fighting for each other.
Look at this. Certified ballers. Look at this.
Guys, today, no news whatsoever. Like, what is happening? What is this?
How good does this lineup look? 4-3-3. Loftus-Cheek, Reijnders, Krunic, or 4-2-3-1. Loftus-Cheek, Reijnders, or Krunic. Pulisic.
Do you want pessimist Roy or optimistic Roy?
Give me both.
Which one do you want first?
I'll take Optimus Roy first.
So Optimus Roy says that this formation is probably going to finish 5th or 4th if we're lucky.
Wow.
Pessimistic Roy, probably 7th or 8th.
Relegation. What's more likely, Scudetto or relegation?
Relegation.
No, honestly, I think Scudetto would be more likely. But look at this guy.
No. Listen, guys. I called it here first before anybody else. So please remember that what Roy said in July, Roma is winning the Scudetto. 23-24 is going to go to Roma.
Don't back down from this, though.
Well, I'll make my final assessment in August.
Is this Pulisic? Look at this. American soccer.
Look at that soccer technique. Soccer.
His fucking mom did better. He fucked up.
His mom is better. Let's sign her. Let's sign his mom.
Oh my god, he fucked it up. Dude, he fucked up. That's crazy. Pulisic.
Management wants to make Cotrone news publicly wide. There's a reason no news, Roy. Yeah, no news, guys. I was expecting Reijnders today. I was expecting the Ironman to join the crew, but no can do.
What year was this? Was this 2000?
98. That's 98.
Sorry, what am I saying? Let's, guarda mi nombre. Recuerda mi nombre. Christian Pulisic.
Soccer moms are goats.
Let's play some soccer tic-tac-toe.
No.
Why? You're terrible.
No, because I'll beat you really easy.
I'm gonna start. I have to go pick up my young brother.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna switch back to my phone. Give me 1 second.
Wait, did you drive?
Yeah,
Oh my Jesus.
I'm 20 years old, dude.
What? Bullshit.
What? I'm in college.
Nobody believes you, bro.
You probably don't have your license because you live in like the city and like.
I actually don't. I don't drive.
I knew it. You give me that vibe.
I don't drive.
You're one of those hippies who like just walk.
Driving is for losers.
Oh yeah.
I actually do walk a lot. And I have a driver.
What is this?
So AC Milan wants a red and black citadel by 2028 after choosing new stadium site. Now, listen, this is one thing that I have said, and I will maintain this position. Redbird is 100% the worst thing that has ever happened to AC Milan. This is going to be the darkest period that we're going to experience as AC Milan fans, worse than the Banter era. But Redbird is going to leave a very important legacy to this club, which for the future will be an extremely important asset for AC Milan, and it is going to be the stadium. I believe Redbird will achieve this mission. They are a business, and that's what they want to do more than anything else. They want to build the stadium and then resell the club and make their money and get out. And I really do think that we are going to see a stadium in the next 5 or 6 years. So this edition of the morning's edition of La Gazzetta dello Sport recalls how Stefano Pioli defined himself as the architect of the new Milan in his first press conference of preseason, thinking of the team still under construction. Speaking of projects, rendering, and graphic projections, Redbird Capital, the greatest owners of football that have ever existed, better than freaking Berlusconi himself, want to build a new stadium, and they hope that it can be inaugurated in either 2028 or 2029. Yes, gentlemen, that's how long we'll have to endure Redbird for. The goal is to provide the club with its own modern and multifunctional facility, which will multiply the revenues and make it possible for Cardinale to buy lots of yachts, to bridge the distance with the top European sides. It is the idea on which all of Gianni Cardinale's business is based, supported in the works by the president Paolo Scaroni, by the CEO, bought T-1000, Optimus Prime, Giorgio Furlani, and the expert consultants from the CAA Icon Group. Another belief is that the stadium should not just host sporting events, but be a city attraction, an open and lively area every day of the week. It's not only a theory, but it's being put into practice too. In the drawing of the area of San Francesco with the municipality of San Donato, there is the stadium, but also hotels, money, restaurants, Jerry money, shops, Jerry money, and an interactive museum, and even a park for the bots. The idea is that the stadium will become a new hub, giving fans different ways to spend time before and after the match. Bots, while the location would remain active even on days without matches. The red and black citadel, not because of AC Milan, guys. Remember, red and black is the colors of Redbird. So when we talk about red and black, we're not talking about AC Milan, we're talking about Redbird. The red and black citadel that can attract supporters, fans, and families is an American vision of sports, soccer, which can generate further profits. Cardinale, the greatest owner of AC Milan, of the history of AC Milan, is ready to invest 1 billion bananas in the new stadium project, showing how serious he is. Wow. At present, the representatives of the parties are studying the exact location of the new plant. The area has now been identified. Milan and Sport Life City, owner of the area, have signed a non-binding agreement, which is the official first step of a long journey. I am telling you guys, people were saying that Redbird is going to get out of this in 3 years. No, 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 no. The mission is not to win the Champions League. The mission is not to win the Scudetto. The mission is not to make you feel like you support a great team. The mission is to keep the team afloat, build the stadium, sell for a profit, and sayonara. That is the mission. That is when Redbird will be out of the way. Contacts between Milan and the council are constant. They will continue in the next few days and then resume in September. San Donato is the chosen area because of the commercial implications, such as its position as the gateway to the city from the south. San Donato and the San Francisco area in particular have direct access to the ring road and the possibility of reaching the stadium also by underground and railway. New connections are also being studied from the Rogoredo station for transit of fans. The club wants to be in its new stadium by 2028. Yay, we're going to grow old with Jerry. At least by 2029. The architects, not just Pioli, are at work. There you have it, guys. There you have it. Why is the South looked down upon by the North? I think it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
Young Bull Roy.
Yo, what up?
What's up, guys?
He's back?
I got lots of time.
Hey, Jido, guess what I'm doing?
Are you driving?
Yes, sir.
You drive with the chat on. Be careful. That's your mom's car.
I have earbuds in.
Yeah, be careful, because you get distracted. You're a young driver. So.
Yeah,
I'm
not
don't
looking.
look at chicks across the road, bruh. Just keep your eyes on the road.
That's human.
wish.
That's human
I give you-
nature.
I give you money
Hey,
if
get-
you
shut-
not because of chick.
Shut up, you freaking simp.
What?
You're such a simp.
I said I give you
Uh,
money if you have an accent
Hey,
because of chick.
Guido, Selma Hayek.
Bible. Where you?
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
Roy, stop.
Guido, Selma Hayek. Smash or pass?
Super Smash.
Super Smash.
Super Smash
She's
Bros.
one of my favorite. She's one of my favorite.
Okay.
Hashtag
Is
simp.
she Mexican or Spanish? I get confused. I'm not sure.
Mexican.
She Mexican?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite movie with her?
I don't want to say anything.
Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
Smash,
Super
or pass? Super Smash.
Smash.
Okay, Roy,
She's
stop, Roy. Stop
You're
encouraging
getting all
me.
my favorites. I don't
let's
know the
think Roy-
personality though. She's too serious.
I think Roy knows your type.
Maybe on
at this
TV.
point.
Maybe on TV.
What about what's her name? Cardi B. Smash or pass?
Smash.
But not Super Smash?
Yeah. I like that. Hey,
Roy knows his type. Roy's got his type.
Dilea, what's her name? Dilea Taleone.
No,
Tell you
Diletta Leotta.
Diletta Leotta.
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
Antonio's favorite.
Oh, really?
No, stop.
So Guido. Guido, Smash or Super Smash? Or no Smash?
Smash.
Or
Roy,
Patch?
do you know who she's dating?
No.
I can't believe
She's dating Carius,
Oh, yeah, I know that. I know that.
the best keeper.
Guido likes the ebonies.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What about this one, Guido? Mia Khalifa.
Oh yeah. You know, she was. I watched an interview. I mean, I'm not crazy about. But she want to be serious now.
It's too late. Too late for her.
She cannot get rid of the stuff on internet. I
Yeah,
watched
no
an
shit.
interview, I watched a little interview that she was talking
The
about.
only thing,
like,
the
you
only
know-
the only other knowledge my dad knows besides football knowledge is women knowledge.
I
like-
don't have knowledge.
Bravo,
you know, I
Guido.
wish.
Bravo, Guido. Bravo.
Well, what's better in life? If you're not rich, it's what you think about.
Il calcio e la mousse.
Some people like money first. I don't care. Food, man, food. You forgot about food.
It's not even rush hour. So many stupid cars out.
Official Bissek to Inter.
Oh, but what you guys? You were reading the Bible before.
The Bible.
We screwed if we stay all those years.
Yeah. Almost 10 years, bro. Almost 10 years.
This guy is gonna lose everything. I heard Martinelli. He talks on Milan. Hello, he's a journalist. He's a Milan fan.
Yeah. I know him.
He was said there is already somebody's complaining. Some of the investors, because until because it's all tonali stuff. So investors, they say if we start selling good players, they start worrying about.
Yeah, I saw that video. It was from today, right?
Yeah, I think
The investors are worried. Also because a big part of the whole operation is to build the stadium. And right now there's not much confidence. But I think they will build it. Yeah.
This story with the stadium. You know what I think? This story with the stadium is all BS. What I mean, for my Milan fan point of view, because for me it's all bullshit. Because you know how much space there is around San Siro. If you want to build a shopping related to Milan or stuff like that, they could do. Yeah, people say the bathroom. I had no problem to go to the bathroom of Milan. I was there in November. So it's in Italy, people are more civilized. Because the shit that's here, you cannot go to Wawa, the store here with the gas station. I always got it clean, like I should get paid every time. So in Italy, in Milan, there is a bathroom in the city, self-cleaning. You pay €1.50. I've never seen in the city here. So besides that, they should learn to be more civilized here.
They shouldn't be charging people for the bathroom.
They talk about San Siro, but they charge when it's clean. I pay when it's clean, auto wash everything with the water, auto clean. You've been there in Milan station. So what I mean is this story with the stadium. They talk about 400 million to build the stadium. This guy doesn't have money to buy a player 20 million. So the stadium, but you know how long it takes by the time they build and you start making money? So how these guys gonna do it? So that means that he got another finance for the construction, whatever company you need. So they make money, build the stadium as a construction. That's the problem.
Yo,
And not
have you
because
seen? Yo, calm
not
down
because
for a
they
second.
built
Hold
the
on.
stadium. No, let me finish.
Yeah,
Not
but
because they
fucking
built
hell.
the stadium. You guys talking about, we need a stadium to buy good players. That's a bullshit. San Siro got 80,000 easily. They can put 85,000. Okay, so you want to buy shirts, you buy online. Who the heck can buy to the store anymore? Everything is online. So these are
Okay,
bullshit.
after this, let me please debunk him for the 50th time.
I'm
on
almost
this.
done. Not finished. If you buy a good player, you build a very good team. The money comes automatically. People buy shirts, buy every fucking thing, and go to the stadium and watch on TV. So that's the money. What are you talking about? Build the stadium in another 5-6 years. We're gonna be in Serie D, not Serie B, if we wait 6 years. So
Okay, so let me. Are you done?
all right, yeah, go ahead. I don't.
So
believe in those bullshit.
let me discuss the stadium for a second, and then also I want to ask you guys about another thing. First of all, I'm not saying that you don't need a good team. That's bullshit. And obviously, I don't like these owners, and I think they're doing the wrong thing. I'm not in favor of the owners. But in terms of the stadium as a separate subject, yes, stadiums are super important. I've saw like statistics that say that teams like Barcelona, even Arsenal, they make like over 10% of their revenues yearly from stadium profits on match days. It's not just about vending, which is super important. It's also about advertising and modern. And hold on, stop interrupting. I'm explaining it. It's about modern advertising and media opportunities. So, like Rock Nation, for example, which is sponsoring Serie A this season, Redbird is looking to integrate them into the stadium more. And they can't do that because there is no modern technology. It's an old stadium. So they need to invest in monitors, screens, and different ways of advertising in the to the fans within the stadium. They make more money with better deals, better media deals in that sense. And there's a bunch of other things. Modernization is not a bad thing. They're Americans. They know what to do. So to answer your question, it's super important.
Japanese
not just about
know what to do.
Hold on. Not just about the number of people in the stadium. But it's also about how they can advertise to them. And at the same time, if we build a new stadium, it's not going to be that much smaller. I think maybe they're saying 70,000, 75.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
less in Italy. That's all they do is watch soccer games. Oh, not in Milan.
Now, listen, I would love for us to have a huge stadium, but it also has to, at the same time, for the purpose of TV, English stadiums look always.
You still gotta explain to me. First of all, where did you? The only thing that I don't know, because
No. I've explained.
I want to know how much money from this technology that you're talking about. How much money is coming? You talk about sponsor. You talk about sponsor. They show on the screen. What do you talk about? You gotta explain.
Yeah.
I want to know where this money come from. I want to know where the money comes from. I don't care about the screen, the computer. So I want to see where the money comes from.
Yeah, so I'm telling you that it comes from, by making your stadium more modern, you increase your advertising possibilities. You also
what it means more modern?
Okay,
I
so
need
for
to
example,
understand.
Okay,
I understand what it means more modern.
Okay, all right. So one example is you put screens in various parts of the stadium that not only increase the viewing perspective of the game, even so if you're sitting far away, you can see the game at a closer angle in the stadium, but also they allow you to advertise products on those screens. They allow Rock Nation to incorporate media and music into the stadium through those screens. I mean, I don't know. There's obviously, I'm not an expert. I'm just reiterating what I read.
I don't mean to interrupt you. Okay, where this screen has position, if people are sitting on all around the stadium, where this screen are positioned?
Again,
you cannot do now.
Okay, again, you're
explain to me. I'm ignorant. I don't know this stuff.
You're being super childish right now because you're asking me to
I want to understand. No.
Okay, stop interrupting me.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Because everybody talk about this new stadium that make more money. I want to know how.
Yeah, so if you want me,
I'm telling you wow. I'm telling you wow. They're gonna increase the price. So the poor people cannot go to the stadium anymore. It's going to be only for rich people. That's what it's going to be.
You're such a communist. Listen to me.
Yeah.
It's not about.
In that case, I am.
No, stop being an idiot. Okay, listen to me. Let me talk. You basically want me to give you a written manual instructions. You want to know the specific figures. All I'm saying is other teams that have really modern stadiums like Arsenal, for example, who don't even have who are basically, Arsenal is a perfect example of a club that knows exactly how to advertise and present itself because they have zero history. They have one good season in the early 2000s.
Okay, what Arsenal? What they have in the museum?
Let me.
What Arsenal is in the museum? What they have in the museum?
What does that have to do? Oh my God! Stop it, dude! You make me. You're brain dead. Listen to what I'm saying. I literally said that was the first thing I said. They don't have any history. Let me finish my point. My
Listen,
point
I
is,
study accounting. I need to know the numbers. I study accounting. I need to know the numbers. 2 plus
okay,
2 is always 4. You
okay.
tell me how much
Okay,
revenue,
fine.
or get
I'm glad.
information from Google.
If you want
How
me to,
much
I'll have it.
revenue we get from the screen? Where do you put
Okay,
this fucking screen? On the ground? On the
Okay,
air? We can do with the stadium too. We can hang the freaking wires and put fucking news screen.
Okay,
Who
I'm
say that we
going
cannot
to.
do that?
Okay, I'm going to crash the car and give you the information, the specific numbers that I read. So if you want to play it like that, I'll play it like that. I read the evidence. The evidence says that what's it called? Like these teams, it's not a little bit of money. These teams are making like so far Milan, we even with more average fan attendance, we make less than these teams. There's a reason for that. There has to be a reason, right? Like you tell me, is there a reason for that?
Can I tell you something? If we got to invest okay, first of all, where this guy get 400 million to build a new stadium? First of all, it's another, how do you say? It's another loan. He's gonna get another loan from Elliott, right? So
No.
when
Okay,
are we
listen.
gonna
I'm
start
gonna
winning? When are we gonna start playing like a real
listen.
team,
Hey,
like the
hold
other
on,
team in
one
the
second.
Europe, that we can buy players? Another
I'm
10
picking-
years.
I'm picking up the you know who, and I'm gonna leave for 1 second, and I'm also going to give you the numbers when I come back.
Yeah, go home first. Okay, does anybody, maybe Roy or Liar live in England? Does anybody know how much people pay for a ticket to watch a game over there? USA don't even compare, because you want to watch a concert here, you got to pay $1,000 to go watch a stupid, what's her name, Taylor Swift, please. People get hallucinated. All this bullshit.
How much is the tickets for Vicencio?
Oh, okay, Roy, I watched the last game of the Champions League game. Okay, I wasn't on a curve. I was almost central. Anello Arancio. You know Anello Arancio?
Yeah.
Orange ring. I spent 60 euro. Of course, my friend bought me the ticket from the Milan club.
Cheap.
Yeah,
That's
60
super
euro.
cheap.
60 euro. I want to see, once they build the stadium, how much they're going to charge. In Italy, people make $1,000, 1,000 euro a month, 2,000 the most. You think everybody's rich to go to the stadium?
That's a
People
good
don't
point.
give a shit. I heard the guy, he does 900 kilometers. He got a membership for Milan. He does 900 kilometers every time Milan play home. Imagine how crazy they are.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's pretty cheap.
Okay, Roy, let me say something. We have 80,000 stadium, right? Okay, did we make 10 million every time there was a Champions League game? Because the price was higher than the regular Italian league. So the stadium was all 70,000 with Lecce, 75, I think. They already got 42,000 subscribers already. So listen to me. If we spend 400 million for a stadium, right? What about we spend 100 million a year from now on? Okay, instead of building the stadium, I think in 4 years, if you spend 100 million a year, of course, selling some, buy some, I'm sure we're going to be a team very competitive anywhere. Of course, can you compete with the Saudi Arabia? Not even in Premier League can compete with them. So forget about that.
So you're saying instead of wasting the money on a stadium, just get
okay. First
players.
of all, when the stadium is going to be ready? So I'm going to be dead
2028.
by the Milan play the new stadium.
2028. 2028.
28. So it's 23, 5 years. So every year we did a little step. We won the Italian league. We qualified 3 times for the Champions League. So how much, you know what I mean? Plus you talk always good about Red Bird. So, you know, I'm being sarcastic. So what do you think they're going to do with the money, the revenue and everything? Maybe it's going to buy another Formula One shit. So people think, oh, we built this team, he's going to put the money on Milan. Yeah, my ass. Imagine the money for this team, the money for this, the money for that. Manager, players they want more money. But you guys saw this year, everybody increased the pay. You think Kalulu is going to make them money all his life? Or every player, Kier increase, Hernandez increase. People look only the money we spend to buy the player. They don't look at how much they increase every paycheck. Only the fucking origin 4 years for 4.5. I heard the 4.5, not even 4 million a year. So.
Your son is back with vengeance.
All right, let's compare Arsenal and AC Milan's match day revenue.
I want to know how much people pay in England to watch the game. Now, do you know that? Maybe Liar knows. Liar, whatever, Liar. I always call him Liar. Liar. What's his name? Liar? Liar?
Kratos. Call him Kratos.
Who lives in England and goes to the stadium and knows the prices?
You guys.
But I want to know the price of Chelsea because we're a Champions League team. I want to know the Chelsea's not even there this year. I mean, I want to know people that go to the top teams because Milan in Italy is a top team. Whatever they can say, we're a top team in the world, not even in Italy. So I went to the Orange Ring. I watched the game perfectly. I have a videos on my phone. 60 euro I pay. I pay €2 for the freaking subway from the Milano station. Not even a cab I needed. There is a subway everywhere in Milan.
So how much do you think the tickets will be when the stadium will be ready?
Yeah, 120 for sure, at least double.
Like
Plus
the
another
cheapest.
fight.
You're saying the cheapest one.
Mama, the cheapest now. I wasn't at the cheapest. I wasn't.
No. I'm saying Jerry's Stadium.
What do you mean? The price for the
Are
ticket?
you guys done?
No, I'm
At
telling you.
least
Oh, come on. We're
50.
waiting for you.
The minimum.
No, I'm not going to get interrupted again. I'm not doing this. shit.
Nah, come on. Get in the dogfight. Come on.
No,
I thought if
because
you
I-
say something, and I
No,
you know,
How about
they're
this?
not gonna forget.
How about this? You finish your point. I'll talk, and if you have a question and you wanted me to look something else up, I'll look it up. But first,
Yeah.
we do.
I
First,
have
let me just
maybe
explain to you.
30, 40 minutes left. Then
These stats.
I cannot hear anything.
Nice, Antonio. That was really good. These stats.
I didn't hear anything. Oh, he disappeared.
Can you not hear me? Hello?
Yes, we
I
can.
can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Wait, ando.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I
Go.
think when I leave the tab to read the numbers, my phone it doesn't work, the microphone. But let me just try to remember. So from the 2021-22 season, this is the data, not from this past year because that information is not released yet, all right? This is from the year before. We were in Champions League. We only were in the group stage. Arsenal was not in the Champions League. They were in the Europa League. Arsenal made the second biggest revenue source for Arsenal and Milan was match day revenue. Actually, not Milan. Arsenal was match day revenue. The first was TV rights, obviously Premier League. But the second most was match day revenue. They made 100 million euros just from the match day revenue that season. Milan made 40 million euros from match day revenue that season. And Arsenal has a lower attendance than Milan. So that's the first statistic.
So that means how much they charge for a ticket.
Now let me look up the ticket prices. But still, there's more than just that for match day. That's too simplistic.
I thought. Easy. Do we play 18 games at home? I mean, what's that? 20 teams, 19 games at home, just the Italian league. Then Coppa Italia, then Champions League. We play all the Champions League games this year because only the final wasn't in Milan. So
Arsenal's average attendance is 47,000. Milan's is 71.
Wait. You said that was 2020?
21. So not this past year.
Okay, now it's
before
23
that.
this year.
Yeah, but guess what? Arsenal wasn't even.
I believe
in the
Milan
Champions
increased the
League.
money, right? I believe they increased the money they made. I thought if you talk about the people that go to the stadium, that means they pay much more the tickets. What they calculate, the bar, the cappuccino, the espresso shot, what they calculate. I need to know where the money
Okay, hold
come
on.
from.
Okay, yes, first of all, it comes from everything, all the sales made at the stadium, but also the ticket prices, and everything. But I'll look at the prices right now because you're so curious. But I'm telling you that with 30,000 less people, on average, going to the stadium, they make more than double than us. They make more than double than us.
Whose fault is it?
Our stadium is old, dude. That's what it is. We don't have, dude.
That's the reason they do 30,000 less people go to the stadium, and they make. So that means they gotta pay more. I thought, what the fuck you talking about? You telling me they got 30,000 less and they make more money? So that means they pay more money than we pay. It's not because you put a screen TV on a freaking stadium you make more money.
Come on,
you just said that they got 30,000 less than us. So how do they make more money than us?
Now,
because they sell the price. The ticket price that maybe 3 times more or 2 times more.
First of all, I have to look them up. Second of all, that's not going to be able to explain the more than double the revenue they make than us. That they make 60 million more than us, and they weren't even in the Champions League. So I'm telling you that if you think that just the ticket price difference is enough, no, man, the sales at the stadium are huge.
So 60 million, and we make 40 million with the 20 games Italian League. Plus the Cup Italia, in Champions League, we make 40 million only. We made in 4 games 40 million. What the fuck are you talking about? What calculation you have there? I went to watch the stage, the game with their RB Salzburg. The stadium was packed. There was a lady close to me. She mistaken the seat. She couldn't go back. Everything was packed. Okay? Was all sold out. And that was the stage. It was the last game of the group. We had to win or tie to qualify when we won 4-0. So imagine the semi-final, the price is much higher and everything. What are you talking about? We're making 4 games for $1 million. You talk about where do you get those stats? Those are bullshit, man.
Where do you get your stats? I'm not going to argue. First of all, I'm driving. I'm not going to argue with you. I read them
online. We make 10 million one game. The Champions League game, we made 10 million, only one game. Imagine 30 games.
All right, I'm going to drive now, but Milan's match day revenue in the 2021-22 season is 40 million euros, and that's the stat. That's what it is.
That's where do you get the stat from? The English company? Who does the stat? The English, of course.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I mean, Roy, am I crazy? One game, 10 million we made. In 20 games, Italian League packed, basically always full. Maybe 70, 75,000. I mean, so we made only 40 million. We made 10 million one game. I mean, that's crazy, man. Am I stupid? Cardinale is
You're
freaking
stupid! We never made 10 million in one game, you freaking idiots. Where do you read that information from? We made 40 million
before the semi-final. I think with Tottenham. We made 10 million. Imagine with the derby. Imagine the derby. Of course, now all the money goes to Milan. I'm sure they got to pay the rent of the stadium and the expense and everything. But that's at least maybe 7 million, 8 million. I don't know how much it would be. So what are you talking about? Arsenal. Who the fuck is Arsenal? They don't exist on the map. Arsenal. Never exist. I want to compare Milan and Arsenal now.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It's not even a
absolute
city.
shame.
It's a fucking side of the city.
It's a non-existent city.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff.
It's better than Newcastle. Yeah. Tonali can jump from the rocks over there.
That's right.
Again, I'm not comparing clubs. I'm reading the numbers. Who
wrote those numbers? Who wrote those numbers?
I looked Milan's financial accounts that they publish.
You know, it sounds like the vaccine. Do we want to talk about the vaccine or the bullshit that's you guys?
Yeah, go ahead. Say it. Say it. Yeah, say it.
My son is triple vaccinated.
Oh no! Oh,
yeah, thanks to his. That's why he's spara talmente tante cazzate. Because he's
triple.
Guys, I'm gonna leave. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Peace.
Where are you going?
I told you it's a reaction. The reaction to the vaccine.
No, triple.
Yeah,
Wasn't
AAA. I
one
got
enough?
AAA.
Wasn't
I
one
got
enough?
AAA. Ah,
Wasn't one enough?
one. One for what? They said they aspire. Some people got 4 or 5. I think they like the injection. I don't know. I used
Triple
to run all over the
vaccinated.
room when I was little. I didn't want any injection.
All right,
Hey.
Guido. All right, Guido. I gotta close. I gotta go. I'm being summoned.
Numbers,
Guys,
man. Numbers.
numbers
Parole,
and
parole,
numbers.
parole. 30
Triple
games.
vaccinated.
We made the 40 million in 30 games. Are you fucking serious now? This is a joke.
You guys should definitely continue this argument next time. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good argument.
Where is he? He's quiet.
He left.
He left.
Yeah,
Really?
because he said he's triple vaccinated.
So he was so proud fighting me for that. They were making me feel that I was stupid. You know, the funny part, I got COVID after 3 years and I'm fat and I don't do exercise in 12 years. So I'm supposed to be dead already. I got COVID after 3 years. Before I went to Italy last year, I had only congestion on my chest. That's
But
all I
why?
had, no fever.
Why triple? Isn't one enough?
No, because no one is enough. You don't need any of that. Don't you know the way it works? You're in California, maybe over there they don't care. In Florida, they don't give a shit. No mask, no nothing. Republican.
Unbelievable. Anyway, listen, Guido, I gotta go.
Yeah, go. Me too. I'm driving, man.
Ci vediamo.
I don't know
Dai.
why he got mad. If you defend a theory, so why he got mad and left?
No, he I don't know. We'll finish this discussion.
It's okay. Vasily cheer for me. I don't care.
All right, guys. Everybody, please click the like button, subscribe. Please click the like button, guys.
Especially now.
And guys, make sure you get quadruple 5 times 6 tuplets or get vaccinated 10 times. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna go around with all pimples, like you look like.
But
when you get a shower, the water gets all over the place.
let me before we close, let me see what you guys voted.
Oh, what's that? There's a vote.
There's a poll.
Election
There's an election in
for the Pope.
Each like equals another vaccination for Antonio. So let's see what you guys voted. How are you feeling about the upcoming season? I'm gonna say.
Wait, the season, the cold season.
So 18% said pessimistic. 24% said optimistic, and 49% said wait and see. 9% said error code 404, and only 35 people liked out of 100+ voters. Imagine that, guys. Make sure you like the button. Sorry for not being able to bring you guys breaking news. We were hoping that today was going to be a breaking news day with the likes of Taremi and Reijnders, but it didn't happen. Hopefully tomorrow we get to break some news. So yeah. All right, Guido.
They added the Bonipasto to the team. Milan pay all the breakfast for a year for the AZ Akmar.
Yeah, that's the added bonus.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck, how long it takes to close the freaking player.
Who knows, man? Who knows? All right. Having said that, guys, have a great day, night, morning, wherever you guys, and peace out. Forza Jerry Cardinale, Forza Redbird Capital, Forza Capital Gain, Forza T-1000 bots, Forza the Terminators, and down with Maldini. We do not want Maldini here. If your name is Maldini, you're not welcome here. Having said that, thank you very much. We will see you next time. Alla prossima. Arrivederci and ciao.
Ciao, ciao.